Hey guys, and welcome to Mysteries of Selindor episode 39 or 40. 40, episode 40. If you're just joining us for the first time, I've got some exciting news. I got my dice. I got my Dispel dice, guys. I got some dice. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. It looks like nothing, but they're so pretty. Anyways, so Sim's got new dice. I've got new dice. So if you see us crying about talking about our dice the entire game and it taking like 50% of the time, I apologize.
I have some self-control.
I have zero self-control. Anyways, but to get into the actual campaign itself, last week the team continued their search for Orin, their celestial friend who has vanished to one of two planes they have come to discover, either Byzantium or Elysium. Don't know why I counted down to my middle finger, but I did. So they, in an attempt to find a way to travel to one of those two places, decided to search out members of a specific school within the Selindor Academy that go by the name of the High Realm Academy, the High People Academy. It's called something. High Realm. We're good. Called the High Realm Academy. In the search of doing so, they had a really hard time finding anybody in a gold robe. But upon heading towards the area where all classes are shown for any given day, where their locations might be, there's an area that contains a very large chalkboard by the name of the Prime Catalog. It was clearly suggesting that they go there, and upon arriving, they find themselves looking at a group of several different people in both colorful robes and also regular adventurer attire. But Seti was able to pick out from the crowd an individual with blonde hair by the name of Cornwall, who was wearing these golden robes, and very quickly seduced her way into a promise that should she be able to join the High Realm Academy, that he would take her to the plane she wishes to go to. So there you are, walking away from Cornwall, who seems to be heading to his class for the day. The board constantly shifting and changing. You meet back up with the rest of the group, Seti, to give them the news of whether or not you were just flirting with that guy, which is what Cleary is very certain it was just happening. Is that you just went and it's like, oh, that's the kind of guy. That's it. That's what you gotta be. No, but you arrive back with the rest of the group. Yeah, poor Krebja. Made myself human for you.
Did he, or was he just a frog in the shape of a human?
Anyways, so Seti, you arrive back with the rest of the group.
So Seti walks up and she's, I think maybe she did a little bit of prestidigitation effect to make her hair like blow, like in, like the sitcoms when a hot woman enters the room and there's like a fan on them and, it's in like slow motion. So I think
clicking her drum too while she walks in slow-mo.
So yeah, she walks back to the group kind of like radiant and like with a little bit of a strut, and she's like, okay, so I found a guy that can take me to one of those planes, but I have to be a student of his school, which really sucks, but it's like the best lead we've got so far, so like maybe I can follow that up. Clary, what does it actually take to become a student here? How much money do I need? And time, like...
That's actually a very important question. Actually, both I and Cinder both have to retake an entrance exam to be officially recognized as a member of the Selindor Academy proper. We were allowed to take classes via
because
University
you weren't
of Phoenix.
Like an official part of their school, but now that you are, you have to qualify for their school because it has different rules.
Right, so Cinder and I have to go take that particular exam, but
it's kind of bullshit. But What is?
Well, it's fine. It actually allows us to apply for grants, for research grants, which I know Cinder would be very interested in. It also allows us to apply for scholarships to reduce the fees within our school.
well,
Scoring
that would be
above a
nice.
certain amount on the tests would make you applicable. Not to mention, you can receive sponsorships from individuals that view these particular endeavors and might privately fund you.
Oh. So, like, if I do really well on a test, then people are like, wow, that is a good person I want to invest my money in. And
Yes, there's no direct group of them watching it. I believe that this is something that is technically viewable via the Plus Ultra devices. Some of them have a particular reception that allows them access to this pay-per-view. No, I'm just kidding. It's not pay-per-view. But basically, he says it's basically like television. They can watch it from a distance. They can see it without actually having to be there.
interesting. Not really, but okay. So you're saying if we take this exam, that's how we get into this school?
That's correct. I believe they do it once every couple of days, maybe once a week. I believe. Cinder, do you know?
I do not.
I think it might be once a week. I know our test is tomorrow. Should we be willing to take that? But you can wait a week if you like, Cinder. I thought I might just go ahead and take the test. But
Should probably just get it over with.
so if the rest of you want to come as well,
Tomorrow, there's a test tomorrow,
yes.
and we can get in.
Is it a magic test?
Well, there's different facets, I believe. Hold up, let me see.
Unless there's a portion of the test that's hitting things really hard, I don't know that Mitnir will get in.
Let me go check real quick. And so he heads over to the Prime catalog, and at the basically like Prime catalog, there's just a long table covered with like brochures for like join our Pong League, guys, or something more important like the exam information and other such flyers listed on this board. So he goes and he searches through it for a second. It takes him about 5 minutes because of just the crowd of people there. And then he comes back with the information, which I will get to. All right. There are 5 sections to the exam, it says. There is a magic discernment exam, a written exam, an artisanal practical exam. Ooh, I think I'll do quite well in that one.
Sorry,
there are
artisanal practical exam.
Yes, I believe. Well, basically, it's create something is the goal there. They allow you to request any materials that you might need, and you have, I believe, it is 6 hours to complete the task.
So, like, I could write a song?
Correct. You could write a song, or I believe it has potion brewing, item enchantment. Sure, nobody could accomplish that in 6 hours, but apparently, if you're able, they would consider that quite a feat. There's also individuals for like sculpting, cooking, anything. It's really something I believe is extracurricular activities that they're quite.
A bit like a talent show.
In a sense, but it's just the creation of different things. That is another one of the sections. There is then the Gauntlet, which looks like something of an obstacle course. And the final section is the Practical Demonstration Exam, which I believe is just show them your stuff. Like Mitnir would break things, I think, is the concept involved.
Oh, okay.
So I believe each of these is weighed differently depending on the school you're trying to attend to, and there's 100 gold application fee and exam fee. So those are the things here, and he just hands off the information. If you guys want to know about anything, he's got like a flyer for each of you. You can ask for information about any of those 5 subjects, including point totals and all that stuff. So.
Well, do you know, like, okay, so we get the exam tomorrow. Do you know how long it would be before we were, like, officially part of a school after that?
Let me see. So it says here, you are welcome to put down any room that you would like to, or any school you'd like to take in consideration of you. But in reality, there is going to be a representative watching the entire thing, every single performance exam. There'll be someone there watching from each school that are going to take your point totals, your performance in any individual exam, and balance it against their own set of criteria, and they will give you an invitation should you qualify for their school. So from there, I think it just depends on the school how long any other application fees are. But if you're selected, I believe that you just go to the reception area, the receptionist, and then pay your general tuition fee, and then you can sign up for classes. I'm not sure how long it takes. I imagine for those of us that are already enrolled, as in Cinder and I, probably would be done that day.
Okay, well, group. You know, if I get into this school, or, well, it kind of has to be me that gets into this school, unless we could make one of the rest of you look like me and you could go on the date with this guy. But if I get into this school, and that happens soon, within the next couple of days, and then I can go find this guy and get him to take me to one of those two places. That seems like a pretty quick way to find out if Oren is there. So basically, I bamf into whatever plane this is, I send a message, and if I don't hear back, either Oren isn't there or he's unable to communicate. Oh boy, what if he's there, but he can't communicate, and I just assume he's not there? I think we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. But it sounds like a lot of hoops to jump through, and I have to go on a date with this horrible dude, but it could get us in contact with Oren pretty quick. If there are any better plans, I am open to them. The only other idea I can think of is trying to find somebody really, really, really powerful and like bribing them or blackmailing them or something into casting like that plane shift spell I learned about yesterday. But I don't know where we would find somebody like that. It might be the kind of thing that we'd have to go into the Nexus for, and we obviously don't have access to the Nexus anyway. So, what do we think about trying to become students here? I mean, I can just do it if nobody else wants to, but if, you know, we all try to become students at the Highborn Academy, or whatever it's called, High Realm, then, and I don't get in, maybe somebody else does, and so we expand our chances of getting accepted.
Cinder and I have to take the test anyways, so we'll definitely be
Will
participating.
not be dating the guy.
And
Been the
any
thing
of
he
us
said.
that is taking the test, if you qualify for the High Realm Academy, you will get notified. You don't have to apply directly.
And
Well,
if we
right.
make it into any, or if we make a good impression, maybe they just pay us to go do what we're doing anyway.
Well,
Yes,
getting sponsorship would be pretty cool.
Getting
I guess.
sponsorship for your endeavors is a big thing. I know that works incredibly well for the artisanal portion. That especially, that's where I'm going to be aiming to get some funding.
Are there, like, practice questions and things that we can do to know what our, like,
Unfortunately,
chances
no. You'll be performing, taking each and every one of the 5 exams. So it's pretty much a score is averaged out across the entire, not averaged out, but cumulative across the entire span. I know that some schools are looking for a high point total across the board. For instance, I believe the entire total number of points, let's see here, we've got the first test, you can accrue a possible 70 possible points. The written exam is 100 possible points. The artisanal practical is 50 possible points. The Gauntlet is 100 possible points. And the practical demonstration exam is 100 possible points, which comes to 420 possible points.
All right, well, so obviously the more you get, the better it is for everything. Maybe we could have our pick of schools. I don't tend to test well. I had a lot of tutoring growing up. I was almost always in class. I had private tutors, I had public tutors, I had all kinds of stuff that I was supposed to be learning, but I kind of tended to like not pay attention and maybe play pranks and stuff. So, I mean, are there like resources that I could like try to cram and study today to better my chances?
I'm not sure what that'd be. Like I said, if you have any questions about any particular section,
I could
of the
just
exam,
work on writing a really
just ask
banger
me, and then
song.
I'll because you can have between Cinder and Cleary, you guys can get some books and study. But knowing what to study is all based on your understanding of what the exams are. So, if there's one of them that you have questions about, ask me, and I'll help you.
Hmm. I mean, maybe we could have like a crash course in like basic magical theory or something. Because you said what did you say? So the first part of the exam, what was that?
I would like to look at the pamphlet so I can see the words.
There's a magical
Some of us are not
discernment
good at retaining
examination.
words.
I can't copy everything because it has all of the DCs and everything of everything.
Okay, well then just put the basics in the chat.
Okay, so can somebody type this for me? Because I've got too many things. The magic discernment.
Wow, a DM
exam.
over here that doesn't have the brochures that he has in canon prepared.
I had to design an entire exam.
I'm just bullying you.
It took me like 4 hours. There's the written exam, the Artisans practical exam, the Gauntlet, and the practical demonstration exam.
Okay, so practical demonstration of some kind of magical ability or skill or something. There's
As far as we know, it just says in the brochure, show your stuff.
and then there's
Only
the
your
artisanal
rules.
version of that where you create something, and then the gauntlet is obviously just physical prowess. So the first two, magical discernment. What the fuck is that?
Reading through it, it seems to be. Well, this is interesting. It's about understanding magical items. It seems that you'll have an hour to write as much information as you can about each of the items that you can find. Each of the items that will be placed before you. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I heard from a friend of mine that it was a mixture of magical items, spell scrolls, runes. I think there was some rune theory. I believe there was one. You were trying to discern the spell being cast based solely upon the somatic component of the spell.
Man, now when you need the shrunken head.
Yeah.
Shrunken Head would have auto won this thing.
Yeah, maybe we should could we do like I mean, I know you have other things probably to do today. But maybe as a group, those of us that are taking the exam, could do like some kind of crash course in other magical schools or just general stuff, because obviously like Mitnir, I don't know if you know anything about that kind of stuff.
Well, if it comes to things like that, I've got mega knowledge in magic. My magic comes more from an artistic stroke, sometimes quite literally. It crumples. You see, crumples.
Most magic, though, if you see it, you just get out of the way. It's easy solution. Minnie's just like, "Ugh."
Yes. But if it comes to things like that, I think Cinder might be your best teacher. To understanding magic in general, he's something of an expert on that. I believe he's a evocation student. And,
Yep. That is correct.
Well, how do you feel about that, Cinder? I know we've taken up a lot of your time already. Would you be willing to teach us a little bit? I put my phone on
Well-
silent!
I mean, I don't really have much to do today except prepare for tomorrow's exams, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, I guess we all head to the Athenaeum and do some studying, yes? It'd be a fun little study group. We usually do this alone. It's just either me by myself or with Cinder. We don't have many individuals. With a few individuals that I also study with, but not too many.
All right, well, let's head there and get started.
All right. I guess that's
Okay.
it. I guess that's the plan.
So you guys head to the Athenaeum for a day of study. Would you guys like to actually discuss anything and prepare anything, or do you just want to spend some time studying? What this will be is like you guys as players can, if you want to, discuss things you might think might be on the test for each other, or make strategies for how you want to handle these tests.
Headbutt.
Yeah, I think the last three, the artisanal one, the gauntlet, and then the practical demonstration, that's kind of up to everybody to figure out what they're going to do on their own. Kind of just roll with the punches. Definitely be thinking about ideas about what we're all going to do for our artisanal and our show your stuff. But I think the magical theory and then just learning to identify spells. You said basically like basic components and stuff, and
You only have an hour to
Schools.
try to write as much information as you can about each of the items that they give you that are present. Each of the different, basically, it'll be like stations where you could there's an object or there's a scroll or there's something else, and you have to either write as much information as you can about it
right.
in your answer sheet. And there is a possibility of up to 70 points.
I'm wondering.
It's one of the lower valued things on the sheet, but I think that the reason why is because it's so much more difficult than the other tests.
I didn't take identify because we had Oren with us.
Well, isn't it tomorrow anyway?
Well,
Oh, wait,
Orin
you can
could
only do it when you level,
identify
yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
Well, my big thing was I was like, oh, we could just trade the shrunken head to whoever. Oh, he took it
yeah,
with.
yeah. Yep. That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
I thought about getting identify, but I was like, oh, we've got the shrunken head. I don't need that.
Cleary has the identify ritual. And can, in over the course of 10 minutes, he can identify ritualistically
What,
one
Oren?
item. No, Cleary.
Cleary does. Okay, well that doesn't
So
help
can
us.
Cinder.
So can Cinder. Well, that means you guys can identify.
Identifying
they
things
can
is
identify
easy.
up to, if it's 10 minutes, and up to 6 items total.
Uh-huh.
Well, I can teach you how to discern if objects are magical, which could help you. If you can't identify it directly, you could at least describe that it is of a magical nature, which
That's
could help
probably
get points.
probably a good idea. Yeah, we could go over that.
On what school it is, I mean, obviously enchantment would come up quite often, but knowing the nature of an item, it's fire magic on the scroll or something to that effect, could probably be worth partial points.
Definitely, if they are scrolls, I could give you basic runes to look for to determine school of magic.
I mean, that said, suppose you're kind of sneaky, maybe get cheat.
Yeah, I was trying to think about that because I did a lot of cheating in my day. And
I personally don't. I'd like to get in on my own curve, but
well, and
I understand
don't
it's
know what
important for
kind
you
of
all to get into the school you need to for Orin's
Keep in
sake, so-
mind, they will all be watching.
Yeah, I
so-
don't know what kind of safeguards they have. I don't know this place well enough to know how to cheat because it was really easy with my tutors because I knew them personally and the kind of things I could distract them with or the kind of things they wouldn't be looking for. But I've never been here before and I don't know what they'll be looking for or what I could get away with.
So lots of very powerful magic users will be watching. So
Mhm.
cheating's probably not an option.
Yeah, I mean, I could, send a message to somebody and, if you take the exam before me, I could ask you for the answers if they don't
I
change
think,
anything.
we
But
just think how important it is to do well on that section of the exam.
that's true. Like I said, if I write a banger of a song, it might not matter how dumb I was in the first part.
Well, you don't have to get perfect on the first part, but you
I
can
just
get
don't know
partial
how
scores.
stringent, is that the right word? That the High Realm Academy would be. Maybe High Realm, they sound really hoity-toity. Maybe they only take people with perfect scores. I don't know.
They might also just take people who give them a lot of money.
Oh,
Well, No one will get perfect in every category.
Yes, I think if you get
That would
perfect
be
in every
pretty
category,
suspicious.
you'll probably be invited to the Prime Thought. Which, as far as I know, they don't pay tuition fees. They just go anywhere they want the entire time. full
I
reign
want
of
to
the
be
school.
in that one.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you'll need a perfect score, Mitnir. You might want to do quite a bit of studying.
It'll be fine.
We don't need to study. Me and Mittner have got this.
I mean, you'll probably not necessarily need a perfect score, but out of 420, I would say you'd need at least guesstimating like 350.
That's all?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Grim on this one.
It's probably higher.
There's nothing.
Well,
That's like
Easy
that's
test.
like 80%.
Well, what do you want to work on practicing with first?
Well, here's
let's-
my question as a DM. Do you guys want to seriously sit here and talk over things and study, or do you want to?
I just want to
Not
cover.
particularly.
No. We'll just say like specifically the things that we learn, and then anything else maybe you'll make us make rolls for or something. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and make a general intelligence check, everybody. I'll include Cleary in this.
Oh boy.
Oh,
The
I
only
should
thing
roll
I-
Cleary dice.
Where's my
Well,
die?
I'm fucked. That was a 3.
Oh yeah, you don't learn shit about magic. We're gonna do.
I
Well, do,
rolled a
like-
3 plus 5 for an 8.
Wait,
Yeah,
I-
you don't really find any new knowledge yourself, and you kind of have a hard time. You try teaching Mitnir because you know he's going to be the most difficult, and that's why you guys don't really.
It's a book. I get it.
I'll say
It's a
that
book.
For your magic discernment information,
Great.
you do not do a good job of teaching Mitnir about magic discernment.
Rhapsody got a 14.
Rob's got a
Hey,
14?
twins.
I will say
I
that
got
you
a
learn,
9.
you learn a little bit more about magic and arcana yourself, Bropsy. I want you guys to know you are not allowed to Google or use D&D Beyond during this test to look anything up.
Ah, fuck, I'm screwed. I have the memory of a peanut.
But I will say that if you, Nikita, anything that you know is probably what the bird will also know. So you
Wow,
can
way to
meta.
insult both of us.
No,
Thanks.
I'm just saying you can meta
I
a bit.
feel like an insult.
You know what I'm saying? Not unlike, Mitnir probably doesn't know much of anything about magical items. And so Mood, who knows probably quite a lot more about magical items, might be having
Yeah,
to be
Mood's
like,
not allowed to meta, but Brapsy
It's
and
okay.
I are.
I'm a peanut with a smiley face on it.
That said, if there's you depending on what roles, you guys can go there's a lot of ways you can go about trying to observe any particular item or examine it. You can use perception, you can use investigation. Whatever it is, the threshold is just modified by what you're doing to try to discern what the item might be. So you can use perception, but it's like +5 to the DC, right? To discern anything about it, right? Whereas Arcana would be like maybe the best thing to use that was just a skill to discern, right?
So Cinder will teach them how to tell if an item is magical by looking at its properties, like physical properties, characteristics. 'Cause if
Like
it
looking
looks
for
like-
runes and markings and
Well, that plus the quality of it. A magical
Mhm.
item will be pristine quality.
never rusts or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll give them tips on what to look for.
Okay. So make another intelligence check to teach them that.
Oh,
That'll help give a bonus to their investigations for looking for magical items.
rolled a 2 plus 5 for a 7.
You give them the concept, but you guys don't have anything to show. So you guys don't get any bonuses to it, but you do at least know something to look for. That does help knowing what you're looking for. But basically, whatever you tell me is going to set your DC. How you go about trying to check each individual item. Okay, so if you guys do that, you can also plan ahead for the creation of things. If you guys have any ideas about what you want to request,
Ooh.
I can.
Should
Because
I-
you can request it when you get there, and they'll bring it to you. You have 6 hours, so it might take like an hour for them to get your stuff for you. But it's at no cost. Anything that you need to do whatever it is that you're going to do. So the creation of a new song, the the making of a potion, the transcribing of a spell, like all of these things are considered to be crafts things. Or pieces of that you have created. So think about what you might want to do for that.
I'm wondering if I should try to one-man band this and ask for a little bit of everything. Or if I should do like the miscongeniality thing and ask for like just wine glasses full of water and different, and then make them.
Yeah. There's also for the written exam, you guys basically just will do an intelligence check for everybody to try to see if you guys can learn a little bit more and just do some general studying. Or you can make an investigation check for like if you want to like try to go find out if there's like what other people had on their tests.
Are we allowed to leave?
Leave where?
No, we're not.
Leave the school?
Nope.
Wait, he's saying nope, but you can leave the school.
Yeah,
but
we're
you
not about to leave them right now. We're
Yeah, if you
studying
leave
and
this,
stuff right now.
if you leave the school though, you're not going to be allowed back in. You have like you're here visitor pass, and technically you guys
okay.
have already passed your expiration date on that pass.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if I
but-
could go like study my potion making with Krishna, but you can't do that.
Oh yeah.
I guess I
It'd
could put
probably
on a
take you like a day just to get to her shop.
Yeah.
collar with my multi-pass
Yeah.
and study that way.
So you got that. So it's up to you guys. Do you want to do intelligence checks or whatever you want to do?
I'm gonna study. I'll study my potion making with Krishna over the.
Okay, you do
FaceTime.
telecommunication learning, remote
I
learning.
don't know what Cinder's gonna do for his artisanal exam.
If you do, you want to try to learn how to make a specific potion?
I already know how to make one, right? Don't I know how to make like the simple healing potion? I think you said that.
I think we sort of talked about that. Yeah. So
I think
it
yeah. I think you
requires
said I
like
know how to.
monster blood and a particular type of herb, some
Right.
purified water.
Right. So I know that you said that. I don't
And
remember
then
what you said.
there's a little bit of like magic and enchantment involved. So for that, there'll be a DC, but you have like the rudimentary amount of knowledge to make that potion. Yes.
But I'll ask her for tips and pointers, and I'll call her, and I guess I'll just make an intelligence check for that whole interchange.
Yeah. So that'll just be intelligence.
14.
14? Yeah, I say that you gain some ideas about how you would make some potions or whatnot. It's up to you if you want to go simple and make something you already know, or if you want to just use Regent Theory to make something unique.
I mean, I have 6 hours. I could probably do both, right? How long does it take to make a potion?
It usually takes about an hour to make like a simple potion if it's brewed correctly at your speed. Who knows?
Then I'll try and make my one that I know how, and then if I can't if I finish that early enough, I'll just try to play with some other
No,
stuff.
yeah. So I'm just giving you ideas on how to think and plan. So you know it'll take you about an hour to make it. If you don't mess up.
And I'll try and make my little like pig growing potion that I've been working on with Krishna, but obviously she knows basically all of that, and I know very little.
Yeah. You basically just have a basic concept. They're pellets that they make. Okay. And then there's not a whole lot you can do for the other ones. Like you can just lumber up. But you can also prepare your spells, guys, because you're gonna have the chance to prepare your spells now for the test tomorrow. For anybody who has spell preparation or wants to divvy up items specifically between one another, check your items, check everything.
Oh, clearly that reminds me. Do you want to show me that spell from the class?
Oh yes, of course. Here, and he brings out his papers, and it's not from his actual spell book that you're copying it, because I think that I don't know if you can do that spell book to spell book
You can.
or not. You can. Oh well, then he'll just bring you Crumples down, and Crumples will come down and be like, show him the wall of fire, Crumples. And Crumples just crumples up, and there's like a little fire. Blah! It's like little puppet theater. Like little paper starts looking like fire, and he's like, no, the actual spell, Crumples. Crumples! And he disenchants Crumples. Stupid book. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll bring him back tomorrow. So yeah, you can transcribe it.
Okay. That's level 4, right?
Mm-hmm. I think
Do you know how
so.
much stuff that needs? Paper and wood? How
It's
much gold worth, I should say.
I don't remember what the cost for transcription is.
Is it 50 gold per spell level?
I will find out in a second.
Or 100? I
It
don't
might be 100.
For if we're all doing this, do I assume that we're going to?
It says it takes 2 hours per spell level, and yeah, okay, so per spell level it is 50 gold worth of paper and supplies and 2 hours.
But because it's an evocation spell, I have the time and the cost.
So it would be 4 hours and 100 gold.
Okay.
All right, so what were you saying, Nikita?
For Brapsy's artisanal, I think I'm proficient with the poisoner's kit, so I'm going to request things for that.
Okay, cool.
I could specifically say give me things that I know, or just hit me with shit and I'll figure it out.
Okay. You can also
I
spend
don't
an
know.
evening if you want to studying up on something specific you want to try to make.
I could also do that.
Okay.
Actually, I
Alright,
think
that's
maybe we should like find a book with pictures of animals and study that too.
We don't. What?
Yeah, no.
Very detailed book about animals. We
I
should
don't
find
think
one
I'm
of
going to
those.
use that. I'll let you guys transform into animals because you see them in books, because you could just read a book about and you turn into any animal you want. Now you have to see, you have to feel them, you have to be in the presence of them, in the
All right.
nature
Well,
of
is
them.
there a zoo here?
I didn't think that
Not
that
in
would
this-
be
not in Selindor.
artisanal.
There's the petting zoo of, like the house pets, an owl, a cat.
Right.
I
Yeah.
figured most of those would be givens.
Trying to think of what animals would be likely.
What exactly is the distinction between the herbalism kit and the poisoner kit? Herbalism for making like curing
Healing,
potions?
not
I would-
healing.
Is
Yeah.
that not a potioner's kit?
Like-
Is a potion kit a thing?
I would think of an herbalist kit as more like making like salves and poultices,
Yeah, right.
like
Yeah,
leaves that
salve
you can chew
poultices.
on to numb tooth pain.
What
Use
if I
for,
make a
like, first aid.
poison and also the antidote for the poison? Ooh,
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
balance.
So you
That
can
would be
study
very
up
terrific.
on specifically what kind of poison you would like to try to make,
Okay.
because
Okay.
there is not exactly a big list of poisons for D&D that I'm aware of.
Okay.
So it's not like
They give
there is
you
a
all of
potion
these
of
kits
poison.
you can learn to be proficient with, and then don't have
Right.
any mechanics for them
Right, they
at
have
all.
no mechanics for fucking any of them. It's like, you're like, I'd like to put some poison, and it just kind of determines what kind of poison, how much poison damage it does, depending on like the rarity of the item, maybe. But I couldn't find anything on any poisons.
Would anybody like the cauldron of plenty that I've been lugging around in my bag of holding for this? Anybody want to do some cooking?
Oh, that's great. That's literally pour water and then mix it in the pot. And
Mindir,
it
maybe that'd be a good one for you.
And it makes stew.
Just throwing it out there.
There is, by the way, for the Artisans Challenge, there are in fact judges. There will be 5 judges that give you up to 10 points each. There is a scoring system, and you can make up to 50 points by getting perfect 10s.
I have no idea what to do with that one for Cinder.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to think about it. But
He has
whenever you
zero
guys,
tool proficiencies. He's not good with anything.
whenever you guys are ready, though, let me know, and we'll start this sucker.
Do like a fire eater demonstration.
Isn't that just cannibalism in his case?
Right.
I
Are
mean,
you
I could
immune to fire damage or resistant?
resistant. I
Yeah.
could show off my fire spells because they are different colored flame, which isn't normal.
Mhm.
Maybe they'll like that. I don't know.
I also have some modeling clay if anybody wants to sculpt something.
I'm gonna ask for bones, a bunch of monster bones.
Yeah.
Can make
Make
a
a
bone
list
harp.
of monster bones you want.
I mean,
Ooh,
I have that bone carving kit. I'm not good with it, right? But I have it, so
Could I possibly ask, is there like a magical equivalent of like one of those machines that like the music streamers use that loops things?
A loop? You want a looper?
I want a
It's a
looper.
mockingbird. It just starts.
A kenku! Give me like
you need a
6
kenku.
kenkus.
You need some kenkus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a choir of kenkus.
Yep. They're gonna give you a choir of kenkus.
There's your loopers.
You're so stupid. Okay. I love it. All right. So, prep. I'll say that you prep your ideas on how you want to do stuff. And it's up to 6 hours. You do not have to use the whole 6 hours. It is up to 6 hours to submit your thing. So, is everybody ready to move on to the next day?
Did I get to study my poison-y thingy? Do I have to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a. If you're looking for like a rare poison or something, make me investigation. If you are studying itself, roll an intelligence check.
Why is it intelligence and not wisdom? I feel like that's a wisdom-based thingy.
No, it's learning. It's straight up intelligence learning. It's putting books. Literally, intelligence is book smarts. This is book, and you're gaining smarts.
My intelligence and my investigation roll, I'm pretty sure, are both +2, so it doesn't make any difference.
Okay, so yeah, just go ahead.
That's
and
a
do
fucking 10.
10. All right.
But
I'll
both
say
of
that
those
you
rolls-
learn some new regions that you were not aware of that could be used for poisoning.
Okay.
And so you know a few more things to ask for, like, so. But anything that you can think of, like, oh, I want the basilisk's fang. I need a mushroom of blah blah. Just make shit up. It's totally fine. This is where we get to be creative for this one. Okay.
I
Are
was
we
just
doing-
gonna say, give me an assortment of herbs and poisons and things.
Okay.
Give
Well,
me what
but
you got on
The
hand.
more creative you guys are with this, the more fun it'll be. But this is the like fourth exam or third exam, so we got a long way to go before you get to that one.
For studying or whatever tonight, is if you have specifics, or are we doing a general one? Like, what was, because you were saying like two different roles.
We did one general roll. I don't remember what you
Okay.
rolled for that one. Did you
Like
roll your
3.
second intelligence? Oh
I
yeah.
didn't roll a second
Well, your
one.
first one was a 3. Roll the second one. This is for your general learning that you did for the test taking.
That's a 5. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. So you read up some books about a couple monsters, right? Like an almanac, a monster's almanac, and you read some stuff about some potions. It all kind of goes in and out. Like you get the information, but you're not sure how much of it you can retain. It was just a lot of
Potion's
tedium.
good, poison bad.
You
Yeah.
get a lot of
Uh-huh.
picture books, and you see lots of creatures. I'll say that. You see lots of pictures books full of different monsters. So I'll say that you know a lot more monsters than Mitnir maybe would have known before. So you know like almost about as much as Mood does about monsters. That
All right.
seems fair. Because I figured picture books make sense for him.
He can read. He's not.
No, I was saying,
dumb.
but you would be more interested in the picture books because it's less blocks of solid text.
Yes.
So
I need to either add to my request list or go out and buy one, but I need a violin in addition to the choir of kenkus.
you can get a violin.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous that she's doing all this. Okay, is everybody ready for the next day?
I guess so.
Okay. So as you guys all go to rest, you spend long nights reading and preparing, and finally you get a nice good night's rest, or as best you can, preparing for the next day. Your spell is prepared, your mind's as ready as they're gonna be, or as they can be in such a short amount of time. You all find yourselves heading for the administration wing, where you're going to be signing up for today's entrance exams for Selindor's Academy. So, behind the desk, you see pops up a little robotic man who says, "Hi there, how may I help you?" We're here to register for the exam today. Oh, wonderful. Aha, how many examinees will that be? 6? Very good. Wonderful. That'd be 600 gold. Yes, I'll cover it.
Are you sure, Cleary?
Oh, thank God we're poor.
Yes, you guys have not been doing that much work lately, and I think it's something that, well, especially if a lot of you might be joining my school, in which case, just consider it an easement off of the amount that you'll have to pay to join the school, which is not a small sum.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Right then. Oh, except you, Cinder. You can pay for yourself.
Yes, I got that covered.
All right, so you guys get signed up, and then you find yourselves heading down to the same floor that they had the My brain will get here eventually. I'm on the wrong thing, that's why. Where's the Selindor Academy? It's the Halls of Erudition, which is where the Prime Catalog is. So you find yourselves meeting the Prime Catalog. It's you 6 and about 4 other people are here for the exams today. I didn't design these people, so literally everybody quickly say a race.
What?
Flash star.
I don't
Minotaur.
I don't have my pencil.
Leodon.
Oh. Actually, I
Get
changed my
pencil,
answer.
John.
I want one to be a Luxodon.
Oh, sweet, Luxodon, great. Love
Well,
that.
we can have a
Like-
Luxodon, a Leodon, a Minotaur, and
How many?
Tabaxi.
Oh, we have 4?
What's the turtle? Wait, what's
I
the turtle?
give you a pencil every week.
what is
One
the
of these
turtle?
days,
Turtle.
I need a pencil back.
Is that what it's
That's
called?
just Sortle.
It's
There you go.
Portal, Yeah.
It's so easy that you can't remember.
Okay, so I've got a Luxodon.
Yes,
Minotaur?
Luxodon, Minotaur.
There's a part of me that wants to name him Garulian Civilian Braxtana.
I don't know what was
Leodon,
Leonel?
Leah, the lion people.
Yeah, those ones.
Leonin, I think.
Leonin, yes.
At Tabaxis, that's what they are.
No, those are
that's
the
a
cat
different race.
people.
I'm just kidding.
Tabaxis are
Okay,
great.
so we got a Luxodon named
I mean, it doesn't really matter that much if we're not like, how much are we going to interact with these people?
who knows?
You don't have to design them right now.
Hey,
on
who
the
do you think
fly.
I'm gonna cheat off of? Huh?
Not the
It is a-
Loxodon.
It is a female lionin, a
Hey. Elephants never forget.
big, muscly Luxodon who looks like a big fat nerd. What do you guys got for the last 2 raises?
Well, we said
Minotaur.
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 Let's throw in a puny little human.
Oh, we said Tortle.
Oh, Tortle! Yeah, never mind.
Yes, it's a turtle.
Gotta get some exotic races in there.
I want the turtle to be like
Nothing
a
but
really.
like exotic races.
I want
I
him
was
to be
gonna
like a really
say-
fast monk. Like that's.
He asked for a zoo, so here's the zoo.
But they aren't beasts. They don't count.
All right.
We
So-
should have made one a grung.
No grunts. As
It's
you guys
actually
are done with grunts.
Grimja.
That's Krubja, yeah, absolutely. So you guys look and you see a very large, very nerdy-looking Luxodon. Standing next to him is a very fit, lean. She almost has like a sort of like rogue-like appearance to her with a hood and everything. Leonin. You see a big, bulky Minotaur in very long robes. He also has like tiny itty-bitty glasses. Like him and the Luxodon, you see that they seem to be here together, and they're having a very small conversation with one another. And then you see a turtle, who looks very out of place here. He has like what looks like just like a bag full of donuts, and he's kind of just sitting there eating. He's got really squinty eyes. He's just chilling. And says, and so you guys are there in this area, and then popping out of the ground, you see a very different, but yet slightly familiar mechanoid that pops out of the ground and stands before each of you, and says, "Welcome here. Very good. It appears we have 10 examinees today. Yes, very good, very good. My name is... Sorry, I had to get back to the exams. My name is Charlie Whittleton, and I am your examiner for the day.
Hi, Charlie.
It is very nice to meet you. Seti Mera.
Rosina?
Wonderful. Now, so you all are aware, in case you did not read up before you made it here, there are 5 different exams you'll be taking today, and the amount of time it will take is quite extensive, so I hope you all took a shit before you left. Ha ha ha! That's a joke about the excretory system, which I do not possess. That is the correct response. 1 point for you. No, that's not how it works. You have 0 points.
Oh.
But you can feel good about yourself. You get one of my points. Ha 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 ha! So, we've got Magic Discernment exam with a possible total of 70 points that you can get for it. That'll be the first exam that we are taking today. Bear in mind, there will be a remaining 350 points that you are able to acquire from the following exams for a total of 420 points that can be accumulated during the entirety of the Selindor entrance exams. Does anybody have any questions before we begin?
I'm ready.
Ready. Wonderful. Anyone else?
Good to go.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
Are snacks provided?
Yes, snacks will be provided. Wonderful. Anyone else?
Obviously, we'll just take a step forward and not say anything.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
I think I already said I was good to go, but
Okay, good. We'll just start now. I think I've given you all ample anyone else's. So, without further ado, follow me! And he begins hopping with these tiny little, like, robot legs that come out of his, like, cylindrical body. And just... And he jumps off what looks like the edge of a platform, and there's nothing below him. And as he dives down into that direction, you watch stairs begins to appear below him, heading around the tower. You watch as the rooms begin to shift and turn and twist around. You hear clockwork happening down below as things fold out and place themselves upon, stacking again and again and again. You see 12 banners fall out in front of him as it opens up into this room directly in front of you that has a myriad of different pedestals covered with a myriad of different, I guess they would be like, I don't know if you call them like a shawl or curtain or whatever. It's a piece of fabric is laid over a bunch of different things, including what looks to be a standing person who is very awkwardly, like you can see them kind of moving under the thing and like, so weird. But there's like an actual person standing under them. On the wall, there is a large clock. And then there are the 12 banners for each of the schools of Selindor. You watch as he sits there and says, "Evan, you'll have 1 hour." And then he gestures, and everybody, suddenly there's like a furl of almost like feathers furling, but you look and a pamphlet appears in your hand. It's like a notepad. It says, "You will write down as much information as you can out of all of the available items and or magically imbued things that exist. Anything here, writing as much information as you can about any item, will allow you to gain points. Certain things are worth more points than others. Upon the pedestal, there will be a listing for the number of points that any given item is worth. During this 1 hour, please write as much information as you can. Total number of items is 13.
1.
You may begin.
13.
And all of the curtains that are covering things just and flutter into the air, and you guys get this feeling like you're being watched. Like you can't see anything, but it's like all these eyes are on you right now. Your hour begins now.
We're all together for this?
Everybody's just there in this room.
Are the items like sitting on tables? Like
They're like on these
there's-
little pedestals that are fit to be the size of whatever they are, except for there's one gentleman who is very slowly. He's just standing there, and next to him there's a small little pedestal, and it says 10 points on the pedestal. And he just seems to be waiting for like this.
I think Seti's actually, her strategy is going to be to go for the low point items, assuming they'll be easier and she can get more of them done.
Well, there's it appears that each of the actual items that are on display are worth 5 points each. There are 4 scrolls that are 5 points each. So there's 6 items, 4 scrolls. There is a single tablet covered in runes. That one is worth 10 points.
Ooh, actually, I'll start there.
Okay.
So we're all just looking at the same items.
Yep, it's all around the room. And basically you have 13 items and they're numbered. It's like item 1, item 2, item 3, item 1 through 13.
We have
So
how
you
long?
you have an hour. So you tell me what you're going for, what you're doing, and then I'll tell you, and then tell me how long you're going to spend doing that thing. And we're just going to take it that way until the hour runs out.
Well, first, Grim's going to do a very quick pass of detect magic and determine all of the things schools and write them all down.
I was okay. I got a very inconvenient phone call right then.
Oh.
Okay, it's over.
You guys are doing that together?
We're okay. So I just wanted to clarify that we are working together. Cool.
Well,
Yeah, are we
they
allowed
have
to?
Not,
Was that...
Wasn't planning on that. I was
it
just
was
going
not
in.
mentioned one way or another. But the other 4
can we still
immediately spread
ask?
out and go to different locations.
Yeah, Grim's just gonna go to like each one, get its school, write it down,
Okay.
and then
So
I'll make-
it for what's the thing? The color thing.
I could probably copy off of Grimm's paper with my high perception.
Okay, here we go. So there are.
I mean, our passive perceptions as a group might all be high enough to just be like,
So whenever you're ready, tell me which item you're approaching first, Grim.
Well, like,
I'm
do
all
we...
in order.
Yeah,
Just
he's...
an order.
I was gonna-
One to.
I was gonna do a quick pass.
Like, can you just
and
say
then,
that
like-
he gets all of those right because he knows, or are you gonna, like, tell everybody
I
what
mean,
it is?
I do by definition because I detect magic, right?
Yeah.
You're just going to be able to detect what kind of magic they are. That's all you
Yeah,
can get out of them.
it's what school of magic, right? That's what detect magic
Yep.
does.
So you're getting off of the first one. You're getting enchantment and conjuration.
Yep, I write that down.
Off the second one, you are getting enchantment, abjuration.
Do I need to write these down, or are we gonna have to like recite them?
Yeah, I need everybody who's taking notes on whatever they're doing.
I'm
You don't have to.
writing them down if you guys
You have to
want.
write this shit down. So this is numbered 1 through 13 for these.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, you said conjuration and enchantment for the
I'll
first
write
one,
it down.
right?
It's fine. And then I'll share it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I can actually just enter these.
But, like,
things
only
in.
Grim knows this unless we copy off of him.
Unless you
I'm
copy
copying.
it.
I was gonna immediately do detect magic, and he beat me to it. So.
Oh, well, so you and Grim.
yeah.
between the two of them, I'm
You
copying
said
off
the second
both.
one
Well,
was
if we can share, I'll let him be the only one to use the spell slot. But
Yeah, we
if
don't
I have to do it
have...
myself.
It's
The
not a
first one
spell
was-
slot anyway.
Yeah, so that like magical items never tell you what it is. So I'm just going based on what I know about these items. So the next one is mundane, non-magical. 3. 4 is where's my types of
What did you say
magic?
number 2 was again? I heard enchantment. I don't
Enchantment,
remember.
abjuration.
Abjuration. Okay.
Abjuration. Yep. The fourth one is I don't know what that would be. I'm at a loss for that one. I don't know why I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Well, whatever it is, I get it and I write it down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quote Gagnor. I didn't think this through.
No, it's just this particular one. Well, just because I don't remember. I think
2021.
it's abjuration. It's enchantment and abjuration, I believe. Just go with that.
Okay.
Then
Okay. Then we've got the next one is enchantment and enchantment, and that's it.
Enchantment squared. Got it.
Sorry, no, enchantment for the items. So that's just the items. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all the items.
okay.
So 5 and 6
The
are
arcane
enchantment?
runes, you can tell it's magical, and that's all you can tell. You cannot tell the school of magic.
That's the runes, like what the.
The runes are magical runes.
Okay.
So the first 6 are just objects with the rest
And
are
I am not certain what spell scrolls, if spell scrolls would show any type of magic that they belong to or not. I'm not sure how that spell would work. Because
I don't know.
because it is a
think they're considered
medium by which
magical
you can
items.
cast a spell, but I do not believe that they in themselves possess that type of magic. Or
I
not.
think they do. I think
I
it's.
think they are magic because you have
No, I
to.
know
sure
they're,
they're magic.
I know they are magic. I do not think that they are. Like basically, they are a magic that allows you to use them to conduit to that magic. I don't think they are the magic themselves. I don't know if it
No,
tells you
they
the
are.
school of. Well, I'm not sure if it tells you the school of magic for each one of those or not.
I would think so because you basically have to cast the spell into the scroll, and it saves it in there, right?
That would be my
So
role.
then the scroll
if I was
becomes that magic spell.
Right, that was sort of how I always thought it was done.
Well, shit. Let's go do all these spells then.
I mean, you could just say that I know them. I mean, you don't have to go through them all necessarily.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna give my guess. How's that?
Wow,
We're
are
gonna
you just
say
destroying my efforts and typing everything out? Like I
we're
was trying to
gonna
be so
say
good.
evocation, enchantment, conjuration, and evocation.
That was too fast for my
Enchantment, conjuration, evocation,
Mhm.
and there was a conjuration. What else was there? Or what?
That's the 4 spell scrolls. Now I could be
Ah.
completely wrong on those, but
Well, that's what they are now.
and then the last
Cinder's
one.
going to be starting with the scrolls.
And the last one is just a person standing there. There is no magic to be detected.
Okay. No magic to be detected at all.
Nope, it's just a man standing there.
Hmm.
He's not wearing anything magical.
There's no spells cast on him or anything?
Nope. As you approach him, he begins doing the somatic components for a spell.
Oh, well, that would be an Arcana check then, right?
That would be an Arcana check. So during that time, though, you were able to take down all of those, which is going to be partial credit for any one of those.
Right,
Some of
that
these
was
say
my goal.
partial credit, and some of them say no partial credit. The arcane runes you get no partial credit for.
Well, that's okay, because I didn't know what they were anyway. But the first step was just getting all of the schools down. And then I can go back and Arcana them all. So anyway, so he's doing somatic components. Can I make an Arcana check to see what that is?
Absolutely. So how long do you spend, like, 10 minutes looking at each of the things and getting as much information as you can about
Oh yeah,
their...
the spell or detect magic takes 10 minutes. It says 10 minutes.
It's a 10-minute ritual?
No, it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so you spend your first 10 minutes there doing that. So I'm going to say that you're done with your first 10 minutes doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's done now, yeah. I only get one per day. So I wanted to just make sure I got at least partial credit for as many things as possible.
Man, I'm probably just going to Arcana check the crap out of Cleary.
Well, Cinder's going to start with the scrolls.
Okay.
And then he's going to do the person.
Very well. So beginning with the scrolls, you can attempt to read them, which means that is just based on if it is on your spell list, you can read it. That is a rule for all spell scrolls. If it is on your spell list, you can read it, and that includes things that will be on your spell list at a higher class level. So
Okay. So
as you go to read it, you are able to read the first and the third scroll.
Okay, 1 second.
Is that just the wizard thing? Or
That is
Or
all
can I-
classes. If it's one of the,
Oh.
if it's on your spell list, if it's on your spell list for your class, you can read the spell scroll.
Well, then I need to know that too, huh?
So I would know exactly what it is.
Yes.
Right?
So the first spell scroll is Dan's Macabre.
How do you
Macabre.
spell that?
Macabre. Sorry, I said Macabre because it sounds better with the Dans. It's Danse and then Macabre.
CE or SE?
Se.
So on-
Danse.
On my particular piece of paper, since I see him reading it, I put wizard shit. And whichever one I see Grim read, it's druid shit.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well, there's some overlap.
You're muted, babe.
Which one was that? Because that's a warlock thing too, so I would know.
It is also a warlock spell, Dan's Macabre.
That was the first one, I believe.
Macabre. That's the first one.
What's the first one?
So what's the first scroll? So we're looking at 1, 2.
That's item number 7.
That is 8 on the list. That is 8 on the list.
Oh, okay.
There.
Right,
so
because
there's
what number's
6
the
items,
the
the
first one?
rune, and the rune is 7, and that 6 items. The rune is 7, and then 8, and that's 13 is the man.
Okay, well then what did you say was the school for number 6? I got number 5 as enchantment, and I don't remember what you said for number 6.
Number 6 was also enchantment.
Oh.
5 and 6 were both enchantment.
Okay. Alright. And then unknown, and then the person is
13.
what number is the person? He's number 13.
Okay, so you are able to read. So Dan's Macabre, and then you've got Mordecai's Mordekainen's sword.
Is that the third one?
That's the third one, and that is Wizard and Bard, so it can be read by both of you.
Was that number 11?
That is number 11.
Wouldn't that be 10, actually?
That's 11.
Well, if the first scroll is 8, how is that 11 if that's the third?
Because
Hey.
the second one is... Oh, yeah.
9.
Wait, did I mess up one somewhere? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm sorry, there's only 12, guys. That's the problem. There's only 12. I miscounted. 4, 8,
Oops.
12. There's 12. Sorry, so it is in fact 10. And the dude's 12, and there are 4 spell scrolls. I'll shoot myself later. So you guys can get those. I'll say that if you go straight to the scrolls, where did you go, Seti?
I started with the tablet, but I'll definitely go to the scrolls after that.
Okay, so we'll say that takes the first 10 minutes is for you to transcribe perfectly the scrolls. No, you don't like transcribe, but write down everything that they are, and that is how you will spend your time, Oren. But you can also use that time to do Arcana checks on the other 2.
I thought I knew 3 of them.
Nope, only 2.
You said 1 and 3.
1
So
and
that's-
3.
But the
Other
fourth
ones
one's evocation.
I said evocation. I'm completely wrong.
That's the
They're
third one's
not on your
evocation.
they're not on your spell list. Well, actually, I don't know if it's on your spell list, but
If
it
it's
says
evocation,
Druid
it is.
it says Druid and Ranger. That's why I said, dude. I said I don't know what classification they are. I'm just guessing by
Okay,
looking
that's
at
fine.
them.
So I'll do Arcana checks on the other 2.
Yeah. Okay. But the Druid, you can read that one though. The Druids can read that one.
Which is which number?
11.
Okay.
Oh, that was the fourth one? Is the Druid?
Okay, so that's your 10 minutes, and then go ahead and make your Arcana checks.
So before you give out information on this,
Come on.
because what I'm gonna
I
do...
rolled another 2 for a 10.
That sucks.
That's 2 2s and a 3 I've rolled so far today.
Hunter has not rolled very well since creation.
So for
Nat
the
20 on the last one.
So for the
For
first
28.
for the first scroll, that is number 9. You do not glean any information after a few minutes of studying it.
Can I ask a question real quick so that
Yes.
we don't have to go back over all this as we jump from person to person? Seti's first action is going to be to go to the tablet and cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
to see if she can understand? And then would that work for the scrolls as well?
No.
Damn.
Yeah,
Also,
they're
when
not
you go to
written in
observe,
secret
when you go
languages or
to
anything.
observe the runes, they are in fact magical runes and are not part of any language.
Okay, so it doesn't work at all.
I will say that it helps. It will give you advantage on trying to understand the runes via your Arcana check because
Okay.
there is some language-like component to the ancient runes,
Yeah,
but
runes
it
are a
does not
language,
discern
even if
their.
they're not.
It doesn't
you know.
discern their meaning.
Math is a
It's not like-
language.
It's just not giving you the words. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not giving you words. It's giving
Yeah.
you concepts, right?
I mean, that's yeah. I mean, programming is a language.
Well,
Uh,
the fourth scroll, I know everything about it because I got a natural 20 for a 28.
28. Yes, it is spike growth.
Grim knows that one.
Yeah, it's a druid spell.
Grim is intimately familiar with that one. Literally on my spell list. Like,
Yep.
memorized.
So you have that one easy. You're like that one takes you no time at all.
Okay, so I got a 9 for my Arcana check for that. So I'm assuming I
9?
don't.
You do not know, but that is it is 5 minutes per check, but you can each time the DC goes down, the more time you spend on the runes.
Okay.
So you spent 5 minutes so far on the runes.
And I spent 10 minutes total on the 4 scrolls.
Yep. What are you doing, Mitnir? You literally just walking around seeing what people are looking at?
Yeah, no, Mitnir is staying away from all the items and just watching everyone else. Wherever anyone spends more than like 30 seconds at, it's obviously related to something they know in there. And he's just putting notes about the people that are investigating each item.
Right, so you just take your notes as you are, but I'm going to say that you have all the time in the world you want to observe any item because you just ask me and you're good because you're not spending any time actually observing them. So you spend the
What-
first 10 minutes taking whatever notes you'd like.
What's the second scroll then for the druids? It is, if it is druid,
So you guys, both Grim and Bropsy, you spent your 10 minutes doing your detect
magic, yeah.
detect magic. And
But
I
I'm sure we would have
believe-
noticed while detecting magic that, oh yeah, that's a scroll I know.
I don't think Cleary has detect magic. Trying to decide what Cleary was doing during that time.
I have it as a ritual, but I'm not casting it yet. I want to do the faster stuff first.
Uh,
I'll detect
Yeah.
magic after to try and
yeah, he's
figure
got
it out.
detect magic, so he'll detect magic too. So he's gonna spend his first 10 minutes doing the same thing. So Seti, you are 5 minutes behind everybody.
Well.
Ag-
Okay.
As in you've got another 5 minutes before everybody. I move to the next 10-minute block.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. That was.
Well, she was going to do the scrolls next, so you could say she did 2 of the scrolls.
Well, I was just trying because since you were already going over all the scrolls, I was just trying to like jump myself ahead so that I could just we wouldn't have
Right.
to repeat the
I'm
scrolls
trying.
later.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out what she's getting out of the.
So if you're done with the scrolls, I mean, I would try to identify the other druid scroll that you haven't named yet, as well with 5 minutes.
The other one is not a druid scroll. I said one of them was a druid scroll.
Okay, well then the fourth scroll that I don't know what it is.
Oh, but you don't know what the second or fourth is.
The one that's not a druid one.
Okay, the
Number
second.
2.
Okay, so number 2 is make me an Arcana check.
Yeah, because I thought you said 1 and 3 he could read, and then Druid could read number 4. Is what I thought
Correct.
you said.
I
That is
got
what
it.
I said.
I got a 12.
You got a 12. You cannot make heads or tails of it.
Okay, so that's number 9.
That is number 9.
Okay, so that would be 10 minutes out of my time. Even
Total.
and
Yes,
even though I
with
did
the
that
5
in the
minutes you
second,
spent on the arcane
know.
runes. Yes, we're good. Everybody's now spent 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so
I-
1/6 of your time.
I am confused. I did not. So I would also, having done detect magic, know what class the spell scrolls are.
Yes, everything that I said about not what class the spell scrolls are. You would just
No,
know
I
that-
mean like the
School of
school of
Magic.
magic,
Oh, yeah.
not
School of
the
magic.
class
Yes,
they do.
you would know the school of magic.
Okay, so
Or if,
the
and if you
first,
don't know like intelligently like the schools of magic, then you just know basically you get the feel. You know what color they are. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
and knowing the
Uh,
color is the same thing as far as people are
So-
concerned.
Arcana checks then for the other 3 then, right?
That'll be your
Um,
next
Uh-huh.
10-minute thing, probably.
It's 5
Right,
minutes
so-
per check, is what he said.
I'm gonna say, do I
for
need to
the-
write
for the
down which
runes,
school of
5
magic
minutes
they
for the
are, or are
runes.
we just knowing that Brapsy knows this? I did not get to write those down.
Each block of the runes is 5 minutes.
You didn't
You
get
can
to write
either-
what down.
The scroll schools of magic.
I think they were
Well, they said
evocation,
it was,
enchantment,
Oh, I
evocation.
thought you were writing
Well,
them all
he-
down.
He
I
was.
was
He
trying
guessed,
to
anyway.
There's
Yeah.
too many places.
You can just write down that you know the School of Magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some Arcana checks.
Okay, so we're now in our next block, and I'm going to start with Grim. What are you doing for your next 10-minute block?
I'm checking that first scroll. I rolled a 19 Arcana.
19 Arcana. You do not make heads or tails of it.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Kind of
Was that for the
crap
tablet?
is that?
It'd be high level scroll.
What is it? What level is it? 10?
You wouldn't know.
It's a 5th level scroll, and it's not. These are meant to be incomprehensible unless they are within your spell thing. That is how magic
Alright.
scrolls work.
Then I'm doing number 2.
Number 2, make an Arcana check.
17.
17. That is also incomprehensible.
No.
It just means
Fuck
you'll have to
that.
spend more time on them.
Yes, that's all it means. So far, for each one of those, you're doing Arcana check. I'm going to say that
Yes.
each one of those checks is taking you 2 minutes. So you still got 6 minutes left on this block.
All right. Arcana again. Oh, that one sucks. Okay. Well, didn't get number 3 either. So I'm just going to go back down the line and do the first 2 again.
Okay.
What did I roll last time? 19 and 17.
Okay, so
Natural
you're doing-
20 on the first one.
For a total of,
22.
you succeed. That is Dan's macabre.
Okay, so I know that is Dance Macabre. And then the next one. I rolled a 9. That's no shit.
Nope.
Well, I've made some progress.
Okay.
Okay.
That is your 10-minute block, I think.
Yes, that was 5 checks.
Okay. So that's 10 minutes. Cleary. That's a success. It's a failure. It's a success. That's a failure. Natural 20. Nice, Cleary.
And now Cleary knows all the scrolls. Because he already knew 2 of them, right?
Yeah, so Cleary is. He knows. He's got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. He's got. I'm putting down his actual points right now, and they'll improve as each of his blocks move on. He has the runes. Yep, and then he has 10 points there.
Cleary thinks he's so smart.
And he has 10 points there.
As far as we know,
And that's
is there
his-
any
that's where he's so far.
other rules to what's going on?
They only said you have an hour to write down as much information as you can about each of the items.
I mean, you can write down basic information about the items.
Oh,
what
that's
they are.
basically what I'm doing. I was more curious, like, has anyone actually gone and looked at the guy yet?
Nobody seems to really be approaching him. As soon as like
I mean, I will be
Grim
if I
moved
ever
up
get a
to him.
turn.
Give me a second. Give me a second. It is actually
He's
your
not
turn.
magical, but he's starting to make. He's doing some
It
magic
is
components.
Cinder's turn. I wrote
So-
Orin, but it's Cinder.
It's 5 minutes for the rune, and how much time is it for the guy?
For the guy, that is for. I mean, like you're watching him do it a couple times over and over again. I say it's only
Well-
about a minute per observation.
I have the observant feat,
Nice. So that give you advantage.
so I can read lips and everything.
I'm gonna give you advantage then.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the runes and the guy. For
Okay, so 5 minutes for your check on the runes.
that's
So make
just,
me an Arcana check,
okay.
or anything else you would like to do. You can do other things, but
Dirty 20.
dirty 20, that is a success. You understand the runes.
Okay. That was number 7? Runes were number 7?
Runes were number 7.
Yes.
Okay.
There's the
And
DC, guys. For runes, it's
12.
DC 20, Arcana. And then, so you spent 5 minutes there, okay? And then you're going to go do the somatic.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and make the check for me.
The Arcana?
Well, it's up to you what you want to try to do to do it. But Arcana is the basic check I'm going to have everybody make. You can do whatever you want. Just it affects the DC depending on how you want to approach it.
Well, I'll probably do Arcana because it's spell
go
related.
ahead.
So,
Do an Arcana.
and you said I have advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Because of your observant feat. So that you're next up.
18.
18. What you can tell from it with an 18 is that it is reminiscent of the fireball spell, but not exactly.
Okay, so that should make it easier for my next one since I know it's evocation based
It is evocation based.
because that's my specialty.
Okay, so you that's that you get that in your first minute.
So, okay, so I can do a couple more checks on this.
Yes.
So I'll just do another check on this guy.
Okay.
Same thing, Arcana.
Sure.
With advantage.
Sure.
Wow, I just rolled 16, 8, and an 8.
No. You don't learn any additional information from watching it.
Okay. Do it again. Because
Sure.
I got 3 more minutes, right?
Yep. And the block.
It's a 20 total.
Okay. You do not learn any additional information.
Well, looks like I'm going to spend all my 5 minutes on this, probably.
This is supposed to be one of the hardest ones. So.
If I could roll some double digits, that would be wonderful. There, finally. 27.
27. This is in fact a delayed blast fireball.
Okay.
Okay.
If any of the druids have enhance ability, you can boost your own intelligence to give yourself advantage, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
Have that spell, you crazy.
There are so many things you guys can do. Seti.
Okay, so
You're
I
doing
need to, because I was trying to do this item by item instead of person by person first off. So I rolled once for each scroll that I don't know, and I thought that was 5 minutes, but apparently it wasn't. So I want to spend 5 minutes on each scroll, the first 10-minute block that we did. So can I roll additional times for each scroll?
Yes.
So is that just 1 minute per roll?
It is 2 minutes per scroll.
2 minutes per scroll. Okay, so I will make one more roll for each scroll and then see where I'm at. So we'll do number 9 first.
Okay.
That is a natural 20 for a 23.
That is success. That is the holy weapon spell. It is usable by clerics and paladins.
Okay. And then for number 11,
Hmm?
that's a natural 1, but I still have advantage. That's a 2. So I still have 2 more minutes in this 1 10-minute block. So I'll spend that trying to make one last check on this roll, or this scroll rather.
Okay.
That's a 19, but I have advantage. Let's see. Nope, 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
That is spike growth.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's what, level 2 spell or something?
Level 2 spell. That is the lowest DC on all of them. Is the
Okay, cool.
druid one.
So I have identified all of the scrolls, and that was my first 10-minute block. For my second 10-minute block, I'm going to spend the 5 minutes at the runes that I skipped last time. So that's just one check for 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's a 15.
That is a failure.
Okay, so that was number 7. What else? I guess I'll just go to. I think I'm
You
just
have
gonna try
another
to
5
do.
minutes, so
Yeah, I think I have 5. I'll just do 5 minutes at basically every item and see what happens. So let's go ahead and go to the guy with the. Just because we've covered that already.
Yeah. So you can make an Arcana check, or you can make just like a investigation, perception, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And like whatever you want to do, it just affects basically how. It depends on how you want to try to go about figuring out.
Let me start with a perception to try to like just get what he's doing. Oh, those are so bad. 14. My passive is way better than
all
that.
you can tell is that he's casting a spell with 14.
That sucks. And then maybe investigation and for my second one.
Okay.
That's an 18.
18. You have seen spellcasters use this spell before, and you're aware that it is an evocation spell.
Okay. I'm gonna make one more perception check because I get advantage, and it's so that'll be check number 3.
And this is a what kind of check?
Perception.
Perception again? Okay.
That's another 18.
18. With an 18 on perception, you don't learn anything else new about it.
Damn. All right, I guess we got.
Like I said, the DC shifts a lot depending on what you're doing and trying to figure it out. You can use all kinds of different stuff, but the DC will shift up and down depending on how relevant it is.
Yeah,
So that's
I don't
your
know what else would
10-minute
be.
set, I think.
That was 3 minutes for this guy, so I have 2 minutes
Okay,
left
so you
in
got
my
2
10
minutes
minute
left.
set.
You could also try just doing an Arcana check.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes. That was cocked though. Oh, fuck you. It was the lower number, of course. So that's a 17 for my Arcana.
Okay, you're aware that it's a fireball variant.
And I guess I'll just spend the last minute trying to nail it.
Okay.
Question is, do I want to do perception and try to figure out what he's saying as the verbal component? Or the specific hand
He is
motions?
not actually, it's only the
is-
somatic components that he's doing.
Okay, so that's the hand motions.
Yes, correct. It's only the hand motions, somatic.
That would probably be perception to like get the hand motions correctly, right? Or performance, or
Are you going to try to copy them?
yeah,
Like write down the hand motions specifically?
yeah.
Oh, like draw them? Yeah, make it a performance check. If you're doing that.
Perception would have been. Well, I can't get less than 10. No, that's persuasion. Fuck it, come on. Oh, that was almost a natural 20. It's a 17.
17. You're able to pretty accurately write down each of the different hand positions based on spellcasters that they use.
Okay.
Okay.
His,
That's your
his
10
jutsu
minute
hand signs.
block. Robsy, what are you doing with your 10-minute block?
I would like to cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay.
And now I am so smart like a fox. I have advantage on all intelligence checks for an hour.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go start at the beginning, I guess.
You're gonna go to 1. Okay, so what you come
Go to
across
1.
for the first item is what looks like an empty chest covered in runestones.
Okay.
It's up to you what you would like to do to discern more about it.
I believe. Fuck. No, I just straight up do intelligence checks because I have the advantage. I'm just gonna. Yes. Yes.
So you want to do Arcana?
Yes.
Okay. Make an Arcana check with
So-
advantage.
16 and 14, so 16 for the first one.
Okay.
Does that yield any result?
With your Arcana check, you observe this box. You recognize that it is in fact magical. Knowing what you know, based on the fact that it is in a conjuration, and it is enchanted, you recognize that the enchantment allows you to conjure something using this particular device. You're not sure exactly what it is, but you know that it is a box that is used to summon or create something.
I would like to attempt more. I don't know how long these take,
That's a
but
minute.
that one's a 17
17?
and a 21.
21. With a 21, you are able to discern with your Arcana check, based on books that you had read previously through magical
Mhm.
items during the prior night. This is an abracadabras. And I know it's the dumbest name ever, but it's called an abracadabras. It is a box that is used to summon mundane items.
Huh.
So you know everything there is to know about it. Well, at
Okay,
least
cool.
so you get 5 points written up there. So just write abracadabras.
And that took me a whole 2 minutes.
It took you 2 minutes.
Cool, I move on to object number 2. For my first attempt, that is a wow pathetic 7, and then a 20.
The 20?
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure exactly what this particular item is because it is
Mhm.
very rare.
Okay.
However, you are aware, based on the fact that it is a conjuration and abjuration, that it is some sort of summoning device.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt it again.
I'm gonna switch these to 2 minutes apiece.
Oh.
1 minute's too long, not enough time.
Oh, okay. So that's a
so
total
now
of
you're at
6 minutes so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
next
aware that the
attempt-
third one, by the way, is a completely mundane cauldron.
Yes. That's a whopping 16. So I'm going to spend my last minute in this section trying it one last time for a 21.
21. Again, this thing is just very odd. It is in fact a bowl. It is about a foot wide, 6 inches deep, and it carries about 3 gallons of water total. And there is water in it. So based on what you've done so far, you believe possibly it has something to do with summoning perhaps a water elemental. But you're not sure of the name of it, but
Okay.
right now you're at 4 out of 5 points. So that's pretty good.
Okay. That's the end of my 10 minutes, I think.
That is the end of your 10 minutes. Mitnir, you have 20 minutes right now. Is there anything particular you'd like to do?
So Mitnir's gonna kind of walk up to Seti and Cinder at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys get all that? Do you know what he's doing?
They're very distracted and studying hard. They're kind of...
I really hope you got that, and I headbutt the guy.
You headbutt the robot?
Yeah.
You just run up and headbutt him?
No, after I've talked to him, I'm just like, whack. I'm trying to disrupt...
Or you're headbutting the guy that's doing the casting thing?
The casting. I'm trying to disrupt it so he can't keep doing it.
Okay, so you run up and headbutt him.
After I asked him. Yeah. That's 25 for unarmed.
25? Roll
Yeah.
damage.
6. It's just flat 6.
Poor man.
6. It's an automatic crit because he was not expecting this. As you run up, you run up to this individual and you hit him in the head. I'm gonna say that he falls to the ground, and he's just like, "The fuck would you do that for?" Oh.
If you get up, I'll do it again.
And then the individual sitting there, the robot comes out and says, and just looks at him, and he's like, "But Charlie," and he's like. And the robot shrugs and zips back into the ground. He's like, "Oh!" And he stays there. Or actually, make me an intimidation check. Make me an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, that's a terrible first attempt. Oh, nat 20 for a 25.
Yeah, he's fucking not getting up. He's done. He's done casting. You see the Luxodon comes over and he's like, "Hey, make with the magic cast." And he just kind of does it from the ground.
Like, only the hand, like, really... I hope it's worst performance from him, at least.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, I can't
Great.
figure it out, but I can hinder other people.
Yeah.
After that, I will, like... I'm gonna go over to the box. I'm kind of, like, following Bropsy.
Okay.
But for the box, all I do is I close it, and I open it.
Okay. Are you thinking about anything while you're doing it?
Not particularly. My mind is...
Oh my
no,
god.
roll a d100.
Roll. This is
Is
percentile
this
or whatever, but-
technically after I figured it out?
Yes, I did it after you've gone past. I rolled a 15.
Where are you rolling these? I'm not seeing the rolls.
I hit
Yeah,
everyone.
nothing
I
happens
see
with
it
your
from D&D
15.
Beyond.
It's just open and closes.
So-
Is Brapsy aware of this?
Yeah, I mean, like you see him opening and closing the box just over and over again. With
Mhm,
his eyes are just glazed over.
Yeah, at this point, his piece of
Seeing
paper, if
as
you
I
read
know
it,
what it is, does mundane object include food?
Let's see here. Has 20 charges. A creature could use an action to touch
Oh,
the
it's
closed lid of the
20.
chest and expend one of the chest charges while naming one or more non-magical objects, including raw material, foodstuffs, and liquids, worth a total of 1 gold piece or less. The name object magically appears in the chest, provided they can fit inside of it, and the chest doesn't contain anything else. It can conjure a plate of strawberries, a bowl of hot soup, a flagon of water, a stuffed animal, a bag of 20 caltrops.
I want to do this, but I also... Is anybody else around us?
Sure. I mean, there's a couple people around you. Yeah, the lionins nearby working on the next one in the line, the fourth one.
Fuck.
But this would happen outside of your 10 minutes because your 10 minutes are over, Bobsy.
All I wanted to do was whisper to him or just say out loud, so what kind of snacks were you thinking about? To make him think of snacks while he was playing with it.
Okay, I'll let you guys remember, by the way, you have a magical communication ring. So you could absolutely
here's my
message each other
predicament though.
freely.
If I say that and he summons food
Well,
through it,
except
everyone
Cinder.
else is gonna know that it summons things.
Except Cinder. Who knows, man? Anyways, but for the meantime, is there anything else you'd like to do, Mitnir? Because we're moving on to our next section.
Not particularly. He's just kind of still observing. But like, if you read his notes on that one, it says close and open, not trapped.
Close and open, not trapped. Gotcha. All right, so that's your 20 minutes. All right, so we have done 20 minutes out of the hours. Now, what I'm going to do for the rest of this to make it go faster, you guys understand now what you're doing. So just, you know how long everything pretty much takes. Work your stuff out from this point forward. Go ahead and tell me.
You know what?
Make your rolls and tell me what your rolls are for anything particular you would like to do. And I'm just going to go one action at a time, straight through.
Are there any
I
actual
wanted-
weapons?
There is a shield. There are no weapons.
I want to turn him in here, and I want to give him a wink while saying a little telepathic thing, and you think about his snacks and do it again. But like a very obvious like wink, so like coin.
Closes the box.
Figure that out.
It's kind of like. Cherries.
You open it up and there's just full of cherries.
Proceeds to dump all the cherries like into like, a little
You guys
pouch and then
watch
just puts
as-
the box back.
As Mitnir dumps like 150 cherries onto the ground.
Oh, he said into a
That
pouch.
one. How?
Onto a pouch.
Yeah, just like
Oh.
into whatever like my just
Yeah,
like
he
my sack.
spills
just
when
kinda-
you guys hear as it hits the ground.
We're just
But
going
it's
like
a lot of
lightning
round.
round. Is that what we're doing?
You said it
Yeah,
was
no. So
2 minutes
guys
per
have-
item per roll.
Brian per
Cinder's
roll,
next
except
things
for
are going fast.
the only thing that takes is arcane runes. Arcane runes are the only
That takes
other thing.
5 minutes per roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm
Cinder
gonna
is doing the items next, and he's going to cast Identify using spell slots on all 6 items.
Okay. So that's going to make them instantaneous for the identification, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mark off the spell slots. You have on the first one an abracadabras.
I
On
got
the
it.
second one, a bowl of commanding water elementals.
Minion takes a drink.
Doesn't.
I got
nothing
it. I
comes
got
out
a
of it.
16 for the first one.
A 16.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what you saw Mitnir do, you know that it's something that summons stuff. It is a box that summons things.
Okay. How about with another 2 minute slot, a 20?
A 20. I'll say that you and Propsy probably studied together, so you're aware that this is an abracadabra. It's something that you both came up with in your studies the previous night before. Meanwhile, with your casting, you start doing it for, one of them's mundane. Well, you don't, because you didn't
I
do
don't.
identify. Yeah,
Nope,
so
I'm
the
doing
third one
6
comes out.
identifies.
The third one comes out blank. The fourth one is a ghost lantern.
Well, what is the third item though?
It's a mundane cauldron.
Cauldron?
It is a cauldron, and in fact, it looks exactly like the cauldron of rebirth. However, it is rusted at the bottom.
We'll say that it's a cauldron of rebirth that got rusted and no longer works.
Nice. So you've got Ghost Lantern is the fourth one. The fifth one is a magical shield of missile deflection, I think it's called. And the last one is a luck stone.
I would know. I have one of those, so if it's identical, I would just know right away, right?
Or your luck stone.
Mm-hmm.
You take out and compare your luck stone; they are different.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll have to roll for that.
Is
No,
it
no.
missile deflection or attraction? For the
You
shield?
do not know, because one of those is a cursed item and one of those is not. And you are not able to discern curses through identification of items.
Yes, you are.
Nope. I looked it up before this.
You are aware it is cursed through identifying the item.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the curse does, but you know it's cursed.
Mm-hmm.
It specifically says on the items that I put in there that you do not know that they're cursed. Via identification. But sure, it is a shield of missile deflection or attraction. Sorry, it is the cursed item. So if identify tells you that it's cursed, then yeah, you got it. Good on you.
Pretty sure that's how identify works with curses.
No, I read in up on it, and people were like, "Do people find out about curses?" And they were like, "Nope."
Because a curse is a spell affecting the item.
Yeah, that's not the way that like the curse works with the enchantments. It's like hidden.
Take the potty break.
Well, yeah. With identify, you only know that it's cursed. You don't know what the curse does.
Yeah, does that say that in the identification spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you know that it's cursed. However, the Iron Stone specifically says that not the Iron Stone, the Luck Stone specifically says otherwise. So,
Maybe that's the exception to the rule.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I
you
think
just need that
when
powerful of a
specific
curse that you
item
can't identify it.
rules contradict other rules,
Yeah,
it's the
would
item rule that
supersede it.
wins out. Yeah.
Yeah. That said, don't argue with me. I say you don't get it, you don't fucking get it. So let's move on because this takes a long
Here we
time.
go. Here we go, potty. Here we go,
Yep.
potty break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a bathroom break. Sorry, guys. Let's take a 5-minute break and we'll come back and we'll do this and we'll move on because this is actually taking longer than I thought it would. I don't know why.
Well, because we
Yeah.
should be moving item
Just-
by item and not person by person because
so
we're
many
revisiting
checks.
a lot of territory we've already done.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we can sort some of that out during the break. All right, guys, back in 5. We'll catch you on the other side.
I'm just gonna keep rolling Arcana. Does a 19 on us? Does a 19 help me with the second item or no?
A 19 help you with the second item?
Yes. Or does it get me more than enchantment abjuration or whatever?
No, you know that it's used for summoning, and based on the clues that you've come across, it's probably used for summoning a water elemental.
Okay. And you said that was like 4 points, basically, right?
That's 4
I'm just gonna
points,
put the points down at this
Yep.
point. For number 3, you said it looks pretty much identical to the thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a will it be perception or investigation? Investigation. I want to look and see if there's any like old runes or like basically like inactive like magic stuff left over on it, even though it's not magical.
Okay, sure.
16.
16. I'm going to say because you were looking specifically for it, you find that this is in fact a dispelled Cauldron of Rebirth.
All right, then I'm gonna put that down. I mean, is that points or is that? In terms of points, what is that?
That would be bonus points.
Bonus
total,
points.
Total of 10 points for that item.
For which one?
So like, since it looks the same and it's rusted, I've just figured, you know what? Maybe it's.
That will end up
Okay.
giving you bonus points on your test score.
And how many would that give? Right, sorry, how long would that have taken the investigation?
I'm going to say that's going to take you 5 minutes for that investigation.
Okay, so I'm at 45 minutes.
Okay, so the person I'm most interested in now is Bropsy. Cleary's done. Said he's done.
Yeah, I haven't done it. Is
Orange
22
done.
high enough for object number 4?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't imagine 16 is high enough for object number 5.
16?
Yes.
No, you just know that it is an enchanted shield.
Okay. Is 21.
21, you are aware that it has something to do with missiles or ranged attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the iconography around it and the runes written around it, you're able to discern that information.
I'm going to try that one again.
I mean, that's pretty much all the knowledge you can get unless you're able to specifically looking for some crazy shit.
Oh, okay.
Like it is a shield of missile deflection. Like you've got 2 points off that one right now. But those specifically, unless you find out they're cursed, are only worth 2 points. I have to make this one move along so we can move on to the next thing.
Well, I spent my last 15 minutes trying to figure out the runes and failing.
Oh, okay. So you failed on the runes.
I failed on the runes.
Are you going to cheat or no?
No, I'll make it up somewhere else.
Okay.
Mitnir's the only cheater.
Well, I and Seti, right? Didn't Seti cheat too?
That he cheated.
I wasn't subtle.
I mean, at least I got some points. I got like partial credit on a bunch of them, and then
Okay.
I got.
Well, are we all done? We can go through the points.
Well, we're waiting for
no.
Bropsy to finish up.
I've only spent 30 minutes. Is a 19 high enough for the Luckstone?
For the Luckstone, you know that it looks like a Luckstone.
Okay. And I'm unlikely to get anything else off of that.
Unless you're specifically looking, like, if you have time at the end, like, Sender went back through on each of the items and double checked to see if there was anything else. But on first glance, yes.
I could try that. All right.
Luckstone.
So there were 6 objects, 4 spell scrolls, a person, and 1 rune or 2.
One rune.
Person in
tablet.
the rune thing. In the rune thing, yeah.
Okay.
The rune tablet is 5
The
minutes.
person's now sitting on the ground.
The person's sitting on the ground and says disadvantage on the check to just figure out what their somatic bonus is because they are trembling because they are still terrified of Mitnir and they are not.
I'm gonna look at the rune. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 5 minute each. So I will do 2 checks. That is a first one is 7.
You roll like I roll.
And then a 17 or no, 17 is my highest so far.
The runes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Nothing yet.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna spend some more time.
Well, that was 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're doing. You're the only person left. Everybody's already done. So you've got 20 minutes.
Gotcha. I spent 20 minutes and didn't get anything from that. Oof.
You want to move on to one of the other things? Did you finish all the spell scrolls or anything else?
Nope, I didn't finish the spell scroll. I know what
growth,
school of
though,
magic they are, but I don't.
She hasn't even gone up to read the spell scrolls yet.
I have.
Oh, has she not?
Oh, you have gone to read the spell
Yeah,
scrolls.
I detected magic, so I know what school of magic they are.
No, but you haven't read the spell scrolls yet.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll spend my last 10 minutes doing that, I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna know spike growth right away.
Yeah.
So you get 5 points for spike growth.
Okay.
That's the 10th or the 11th. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
listed item.
Okay.
The other ones you would have to do Arcana checks, specifically Arcana or at this identify spell to figure those out.
I don't have
We don't get the
identify,
identify.
so I will do the first Arcana is 18.
18.
Mhm.
What you can glean for the first one on 18 is that it is some sort of arcanic spell that is used for the school of necromancy. Specifically, that's where that's from. Is from necromancy, which you would have known before. But based on that and everything else, you do not know the exact spell. But I'm going to give you like 3 points so far on that.
Okay. I will.
I just don't
attempt
remember what the spell does
second
off
one,
either.
which will be a
We are like rolling
Wow,
low
12.
today.
12, nothing.
yeah 21.
21.
Ooh.
That is
Mhm.
holy weapon.
Okay.
That's 5 points.
Uh-huh.
And then the last one should finish off your last 10 minutes here.
Was it? That would have been 6 minutes so far for Arcana checks.
Well, there's the 2 minutes still from the spike growth, and then okay,
I
yeah,
guess. Okay.
because I did 2 holy weapons, so you've got 4 minutes left.
Okay. Well, that's a
2 checks
19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Oh.
You know that this is usable by bards and wizards. I mean, you're at 3 points. You did not roll high enough to identify it completely.
So like a 7th level spell or something ridiculous.
Yeah,
like that.
Mordekainen's is a 7th level spell.
Well, everything I have now is a high threshold, so might as well
Yeah.
just go ahead and.
So you got time for another scroll or to take 2 cracks at disadvantage to understand the somatic components of whatever this person's doing.
Let's be well rounded and try that.
Okay.
Don't get partial.
Roll
It would
Arcana.
be at normal, right?
Disadvantage.
Because she has advantage.
Oh, you have advantage, so yeah, roll it straight.
5.
5, nothing.
Did I
He's
get
doing
one
stuff
more?
with his hands. Yep, you go more.
That's a 21.
21.
Yep.
That sucks. The threshold is 22.
Said it's a fireball variant, right?
It's a fireball variant, and you get half credit, so it's worth 5 points to you instead of 10. Okay, so after the first round is done there, it says, please submit your answers over here, over here, over here. Please submit your testing. And you watch as everything gets recovered. So for those of you who didn't get your points, Mitnir, go ahead and write down that you got 35 because you're getting half all the way across, and that you cheated. 35 points cheated. Steady.
Sounds good.
Where are you at point wise? Did you get 100%?
Well, I don't know what was half credit and what wasn't. So, Abracadabras is probably full credit.
Yes.
Summons water elementals.
It was 4 points.
What, 4 points?
4 points. So
Okay.
5 points, 4 points.
The cauldron rusted non-magical rebirth formerly
5 points.
possibly. Ghost lantern
Ghost Lantern, 5 points.
with ghost. Shield +1, something to do with projectiles.
2 points.
And then ill luck stone.
5 points.
And then the Dance Macabre scroll, all the information about it. And then I copied Cleary on the runes.
10 points. Cheated. Right, cheated at your total point total will also
Okay.
say cheated.
And then I identified Holy Weapon as a Cleric Paladin spell and Spike Growth as a Druid Ranger spell.
So 5.
Okay. And then I got Mordenkainen's sword. And then
Oh wait, no. Did you get the spells correct?
I
Spike Growth
identified what the spell's name was and what the classes were. I don't think I got any more information than that. I don't know.
I think if he tells you the
I meant your DCs. Yeah.
Then if I tell you what the name of the spell is, that means you got it. Which means
Okay, so
5
full
points.
credit. Okay, and then the last one was I wrote Evocation, Fireball variant, and then I got the hand positions fairly accurately.
7 points.
7 points? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll do the math on that.
Okay. I believe that Cinder got everything except for 2 points on the shield.
Yep.
Or did you finish the runes, right? You finished the runes, you finished the
60.
somatic. Yeah. And you did not cheat, so you don't have to write that down. So go ahead, Grim.
Okay, well, I know the points for some of them. So what's partial? Like, so on the items where I just know the school, like on the items, what's that?
2 points.
1 or 2 points?
Mhm.
Alright, so I'm just gonna replace all these with point numbers, and then I have them.
Okay, cool. And then you didn't cheat.
Tablet, I didn't know anything. I think the highest I rolled was like a 17 or something.
Yeah.
I just
for the
have 2
tablet,
questions.
pretty much you got it or got it, didn't get it. That was not
Right.
partial credit.
Okay, and then for the scroll, where you just know the school, what's that?
Just know the school. That's 3
Yeah.
points.
3 points. And then I don't think I got anything from the dude. I don't think I even attempted the dude. Because he was on the ground by the
That's
time I
fair
wanted
point.
to. Okay, so then I have a total of 9, 19, plus 6 is 25, 30, 35, 41.
41.
Was
You got
this
6 more points than Mitnir.
was this supposed to be out of
But
70?
no cheating.
No cheating.
Yeah, it's
Huh?
out of 70.
Okay, I got 58.
That's out of 70. You got 58? Okay.
Wow.
Um,
What is the point value for knowing that it was a magic shield of missile something?
2 points.
Okay.
I will
and
point out that I'm the
Luckstone-
only one who got bonus points on the
Wonky
pot.
Luckstone.
Wonky Luckstone.
Yeah.
That's 3 points, I guess.
Okay.
It's not cursed Luckstone. You didn't get that much information?
Mhm.
Okay, you just know.
I rolled a 19 for it. So.
Oh yeah, so it's
Yeah.
something weird about it, but yeah. Okay. You
So
got
it's a
it.
wonky Luckstone.
3 points. All right,
Okay.
so everybody write down your totals for me. Says, now that this is done, we'll be moving on to our next portion of the exam. But you can take a quick snack break if you like. There are beverages over here to the right. And you watch
No,
as he
okay.
walks up to the chest and immediately starts pulling food out of the chest, and starts setting it out on a snack table for you. Says, ha ha ha! And then you see the looks, and I'm like, it was an abracadabra! Oh, damn it! I was
Mitnir
so
then dumps the cherries from his bag
Are
on the
we-
table
are
and
we
said, I can
taking
do
a-
that too!
Short rest between tests?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
I could have gotten my spell slot back.
Alright.
Okay, so the next thing is the written exam. However, doing the written exam, you technically get a short rest. I'm
On
cool
the
with
way
that.
out, I do apologize to the guy that was doing the spell thing.
So I wanted to do arcane recovery
Okay.
during the short rest. Well, I guess after the short rest is when it happens, but
Well, okay, so during this time, you guys are shuffled into a room where you are sitting at plain desks with a chalkboard, and he's a teacher, and he's got chalk in his hands. And he says, "You'll write down the answers to each of the questions as they are given to you. You can get a total of 100 points during this test. Some questions are generally worth about 10 points to 20 points apiece. Depending on how you do it, there are a total of 7 questions to be answered. Please write down the best answer you can provide. Let me know when you are all ready to take the test."
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Question number 1. How would you go about permanently killing a troll?
That would be.
Can I meta on this a bit?
Yes, you can meta. You can also receive hints via a nature check.
Oh,
I would like to nature check.
I rolled a 12.
12? With a
Um,
12, the only thing you know about trolls is they're hard to kill.
I know that they regenerate. And...
I got a 21.
21. You know that that they will regenerate unless certain conditions are met to stop their bodies from regenerating.
No, that's it.
Yep.
I
Get
need
the specific answers. 'Cause
Like, it would be much easier to meta, but I don't want to meta.
you can absolutely meta. This one I wanted you guys to meta some.
Alright, well then question 1, I'm going to say kill it with fire.
I'm glad I'm not Betty.
I mean, I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what that would be my like go-to, right?
I mean,
what you
mine
do in
includes fire
DDO.
too, but
Huh? What'd you say? All right, so just write down your answers, guys. Don't say
Yeah.
anything out loud for this one. Just write down your answers. Okay. Here, let me know when you're all done writing down your answers, and then I'll.
I'm good.
I guess
Okay.
Nikita's the only one I need to know because I can't see her nodding.
I'm good.
Okay. Question number 2. What are the 2 classifications of dragons? For extra credit, list all of the true dragon breeds.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's easy.
I don't know this, but I feel like Mitnir might actually know this.
Mitnir might actually
Technically.
know it, and therefore I will have you make a history check.
Okay.
Now, okay, so so there's 2 main ones. Are we counting the third one?
3. You are absolutely use all the knowledge that you know. Mitnir should know more than
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm just drawing a blank though as me, and I'm just like I feel like the character would know that though.
You will definitely know the first part. There is metallic and chromatic.
Could I also make a history check to see if Seti knows more than just that? Which is, like, that's
That's all you know.
all I know.
Sure, make a history check or nature check.
What was the second part of the question?
I will also attempt a nature check.
What was the second part of the question?
Yeah.
It was for extra credit, list all the different true dragon breeds, and it's one point per listed dragon breed.
Oh, then it's exciting.
I don't know if Cinder would know that. But...
I said
Well, he
you guys
said
are
to
allowed
meta.
to meta on this one.
I don't know if I know all the metallic ones.
That's why it's a fun little quiz.
I can think of 3. But like that's all I can think. Wait, maybe if I get it wrong, I get it wrong, right? But only the main ones, right? Because then there's other types of dragons too. So those are and then secondarily we're gonna put like.
Did you get muted or are you talking to chat?
Son of a bitch, I was muted. Did you roll a nature check, Nikita?
I did. I got a whopping 4.
Got a weapon 4? Yeah, you didn't learn any additional information.
Thank God I
I'll help
know
you guys
some
out.
meta about this.
We
I'm
are
gonna-
all.
I'm gonna-
I will help you guys out. The word true denotes a dragon that can reach ancient.
Okay, and then I'm going to make a nature check for that as well. 19.
19. You're aware that there are 5 of each type.
5 of each type.
Okay. I knew more than I thought. I just. Okay.
I mean, like the chromatic ones are easy, but
Okay. Let me know when you guys are all ready.
I think I got it actually.
I feel like chat should be doing this. This is great.
I don't know. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
That's probably not right.
Okay. So, moving on to the next one. If you're purchasing a potion of invulnerability for a value of 2,000 gold coins, but you secure a 30% discount, how many platinum pieces would be required to complete this transaction?
30%
2,000
discount.
gold?
30% of 2,000?
Yes. How many platinum pieces would be necessary to complete this transaction?
That's 2,000 gold, right? So we have to convert.
Yes.
2,000 gold pieces.
You have to convert platinum, and yeah.
Simple arithmetic. Adventurer level of arithmetic.
That one, we're not even gonna discuss because that's
Do the math, guys. It ain't hard.
Forewarning, there was 0 math done.
Oh.
it's a Mitnir.
Platinum is
Fuck
10
Mitnir
gold,
so
right?
much.
No, I punch him in the face and I take it.
Uh, All
You
right.
saw what I did
Let
in
me
that.
know when you guys are
Catherine.
ready for the next question.
I think so.
Ready.
Okay, question number 4. There's a lava flow coming down a hill behind you. Ahead of you, there is a chasm that is 100 feet deep and 50 feet across. All you have is a grappling hook. How do you survive?
Sorry,
Lucky
can
me,
you
I
say that
fucking
again? You went a
fly.
bit fast. I'm trying to type these out as you see them.
There is a lava flow coming down a hill behind you. Ahead of you, there is a chasm that is 100 feet deep and 50 feet across. All you have is a grappling hook. How do you survive?
Minir raises his hand.
Nope. This is just an accent. They're written on a piece of paper.
150
He still
feet
raises
deep
his
and
hand.
How far across?
No questions during the test.
100 feet
100
deep,
feet
50
across?
feet across.
Oh, is that what it was?
He pops up right next to you. All right, what's your question?
Is there a rope with the grappling hook?
Yes, there's a rope on the grappling hook.
It just
50
says
feet.
grappling hook.
Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I'm sorry. No, sorry. He just doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything at all to you.
What, not-
You're not given additional information. It's just that. All you have is a grappling hook.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
So I don't have my arcane, or I don't have my spell focus. I can't cast bard
It
spells.
says this is one of those open-ended questions that can be answered however you wish.
I answered mine.
Got it.
Ooh.
Let me know when you're all ready for the next one.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he has all of his own answers. Well, yeah, I know this too. What are you gonna do?
Who has all of his own answers?
Bennett. He's just over there.
Okay. Oh, yep, those are all right. Okay. So, I'm going to move on to the next one. What spell would you use to kill a salamander?
Ooh.
I am offended.
Salamander.
Also, nature check.
Yeah. Checking that one.
Roll a
too.
nature check.
Ah, so close to
We're
net.
talking about your garden
16.
variety salamander? Are we talking about?
Sim knew this at one point, but has forgotten.
We're talking about like an
Spell would you
extra
use to
minor.
kill a salamander?
What spell?
I rolled a 16 nature check.
I rolled a 9.
16 nature check. You know them as big lizards.
Sorry,
Big fire
did you-
lizards?
Did you say as what spell or just how would you kill?
Spell.
What
What
spell?
spell would you use to kill one?
I mean, I feel like disintegrate would do the trick.
Power word kill would definitely do it.
That's why this is an open-ended question.
Here's my question: why has no one ever used Dimension Door and just look up and put the door up there?
You can do that.
Ah!
Yeah, split.
Well,
No, you do the,
You
like,
have
the
to
summon
control
animal
your
or
body.
whatever.
you can't force somebody through a dimension door.
I think you have to take
You do the summon animal hack, right? Where you just summon a bunch of cows out of the sky.
Yeah. Okay. Is everybody done?
Nope.
Ooh,
I have no idea how I'd kill it. Leave it a blank.
Okay. Question number 6. List the schools of magic.
Ooh.
This one's a completely meta question. No asking anything.
Trying to remember my Skyrim days.
There are 7 or
And skill
8,
trees.
right?
Fuck up. 3.
Okay. Are you ready
I'm
for
ready.
the last question?
Almost. Hang on a second.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Let me know when you're ready.
I think I'm good, but
I still have to answer number 4. I'll go back to it after.
My level number 4 answer was just weird.
Okay. Can I move on?
Mm-hmm.
Final
Nope.
question. Worth a potential 20 points if answered correctly.
Yeah.
How does the travel system in the Tower of Selindor Academy function?
Ooh. Did we talk about that?
I will leave you to theorize. I'm gonna get a drink.
I know we talked about it, but I don't know if we got specifics.
The portal things with the crystals?
No, well,
No, it's within Selindor Academy, he said.
yeah, the
Oh.
tower is the academy.
Oh, was I even fucking here for that?
So like
I
the
don't know if you were or
elevators and
not.
stuff.
Talking about the elevators.
Oh,
I'll put
I
my
haven't
answer.
even heard about this. I
Well, we
don't.
used
You've
them
been
last
in
session,
those.
or
You
the session
used them to
before
get down to
last.
this level.
Can
the
you read the
okay, but
question?
as a Bropsy have seen them. I have not.
Can you
I've
read the
missed
question
all
again?
of those parts.
It says,
How does the travel system in the
Yeah,
tower section
how
of
would-
Selindor Academy function?
in the Tower of Selindor Academy function.
Got it.
What would
Ooh.
what
I
would
feel like
Bropsy know about?
Cinder would know this.
Yeah, Cinder probably would.
Me, I
The
don't
thi-
remember.
The thing is that this is not shared knowledge. This is an invention of Selindor. So
Mm.
this is a question on your ability to understand
Well,
devices.
Cinder just finished researching all of this kind of stuff about all of Selindor to help them find their friend Orin.
That's what I was saying, though, is that this particular information is not publicly shared knowledge. It's not.
It's not
It's-
in the
Alright.
library.
It's
I got
not
my
public
answer.
knowledge, no.
Magic.
I got my
Hey,
answer.
quit looking at my paper.
That's why this is a question based on your ability to theorize ideas. What is your theory on how it works?
So I know that we felt the falling, like we fell really, really fast and then came to like a gentle stop.
It's definitely it was a lot faster when you took the president's or the grand headmaster's elevator than when you take the normal ones. The normal ones seem to move at a decent speed. But the one you took to the bottom floor, the one that came straight from the headmaster's office, moved incredibly quick.
I threw a theory down for Cinder. Whatever.
I threw my theory down too.
Is there anything else that Bropsy would know that I have missed?
And that's like an elevator, but it doesn't touch any walls, and it's in a glass tube. And there's obvious energy pulsing off from the top and bottom.
I thought we were talking like just moving around like the academy in general.
It's specifically the elevator.
Specifically the
Specific-
elevator.
Specifically,
It's the transit- That's the transit system of the tower of Selindor.
Okay. So then, all right.
Okay. So for question 1, for a total of 10 points, everybody, one at a time. We're gonna start this with Beelan, then Mood, then Simner, then Sim, then Nikita, in that order. Okay. Question number 1. What is your answer?
Hit the troll with fire to prevent the regeneration.
10 points. That is the correct answer. An acceptable correct answer.
Remove the head and burn it all,
Correct answer.
or petrify then shatter it.
Incorrect answer on the second one.
He said order.
Just put kill it with fire. Overly,
So, but it still gives you 100% on the first one. What's up? You said kill it with fire? Yep. All right, so that's 10 points. 10 points, 10 points, 10 points.
I also said fire damage.
10 points.
I said dismember plus fire.
10 points.
You gotta be thorough.
Well, the correct answer was either with fire or acid.
Ah.
Yeah, some kind of burning, huh?
So for the second question, what are the two classification types of dragons? Everybody?
Chromatic.
Chromatic and
Metallic.
metallic. Everybody who got that correct gets 10 points. Now, who
What if
wants
you
to
also-
list-
What if you also said gemstone, shadow, and prismatic?
for the additional ones?
Like just in addition to, like those are the main two, but then also
Are those
Uh,
classifications?
then you get to feel really smart.
that's okay.
Now I'm going to list these out, and for each one you got right, you get 1 point. Ready?
Mhm.
The 10 different types of dragons are black, blue, green, red, white, brass, bronze, copper, gold, and silver.
Napa, go to move.
Platinum?
I only got
No platinum.
No,
no
platinum. Okay, so I missed one.
Platinum
got
dragon
9.
is a god.
I did pretty good. I got +8 once my brain finally clicked.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put platinum instead of brass.
Yeah,
Yep.
me too. That's exactly what I did.
I did brass,
you get
gold,
one.
silver. I couldn't remember the other two.
Yep. Hey, well, you got
Perfect.
18 points though for that one.
I've been sleeping on Grim. You didn't know Grim was so smart.
Wait,
Okay.
what are the actual chromatic ones, just for my own personal knowledge?
The chromatics are black, blue, green, red, and white.
Oh.
If you wanted
Nope.
additional
Wait,
points on
what?
this one, you could have mentioned specifically that chromatic dragons are typically evil, while metallic dragons are typically good.
That's true.
Huh.
You go into their different breath types.
You go into the different breath types, yeah.
Which
Which is actually kind of confusing. It's
Yeah.
like
That always
acid for black
bothers me.
dragons, lightning for blue dragons.
like also
It's like
acid for green.
Acid for
Yeah.
green, but also they can do another type of breath attack.
That's what I started writing.
Red
And then
dragons
my
are
brain clicked for the
fire,
colors.
White dragons are cold. Brass dragons, I
Okay.
think we're right back to acid.
Can we
Let's
keep
move
moving,
on.
please?
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes left.
All right, sorry guys. So the next one was the math question. Everybody, how much platinum?
140
Zero.
platinum.
140.
Oh God.
100. It was 140
Zero.
platinum.
How is mine so bad?
What did you write, babe?
60?
Oh, you did the
You
discount
did
rather
the reverse.
than
You did the discount instead of the.
Oh fuck!
You got it wrong. Everybody who got it right got 10 points.
God damn it!
So I,
I'm
assuming mine's
like
wrong.
trick question.
That's one of those
No,
things that if the question
it's
was
zero. The
written,
rogue always delivers me my potions.
if the question was written down in front of me and I could reference back to it, I would
That's
have
why I
realized
wrote
I
the
was
question
doing
down.
I would have given you half points if you said none. He asked for gold pieces. I would have given you half credit.
Wait, me saying zero, do I get half credit?
If you said 0 and you specifically put he asked
to
for gold
explain
pieces.
your- You
No,
have to show
no,
your
no.
work.
Well, I did. The rogue delivers my potions.
I guess I didn't write the question
for it,
down
no
right then.
points. What did you say?
Well, I said 140 platinum.
That's correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought that's what the question was how much platinum.
No, it was.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying
He
if
was
you
just
wanted to be
giving like an
clever,
alternate.
You could get cleverness. Could if you refused to do the math but said cleverly like no, he asked for gold pieces, then I would have given you half credit.
Dang.
Um.
I should have gone with that.
Okay, the lava flow question. What are your answers? Starting with Beelan.
I said I would use control flame to take a chunk of lava, cool it down, attach my grapple hook to it, send it out 25 feet, 30 feet high, and then swing to the other side.
What are you
Okay.
swinging on?
It's gonna give you
The
5
chunk of
points.
lava I'm holding in the air with
5
control
points
flame.
for that answer. Okay, that's 5 out of 10 points.
Take
Mitnir.
it.
Jump over it. If you don't make it, catch the far wall with the grappling hook in your hand.
5 points for that answer. Grim, why did my brain freeze?
Grim said Lava moves pretty slowly, so I'm just gonna walk to the side out of the way.
10 points for that answer.
The grappling hook was just a decoy.
Yeah, just walk to the left or to the right. Anyways, Seti?
Cast fly if I have my dulcimer. I have 3 answers. If I need to, use prestidigitation to chill a foot of lava so that I can walk across out of the flow.
Prestidigitation allows you to cool lava.
It lets you cool any non-living thing.
Does it say how much?
1 foot of space. So like, I'm picturing like if this flow is big enough that she can't just
Give you
run.
7 points for that one, actually.
It's like cool a space, take a step. Cool a space, take a step.
Yeah, exactly. To
Yeah, I'm
walk.
gonna give you 7 points for that.
And I meant walk across, not walk across the chasm, but walk across laterally away from the flow.
Yeah, right, yeah. So if you're saying you're moving sideways, yeah, I'll give you 9 points for that.
Okay.
Because it's a little convoluted. Propsy.
Rhapsody also questioned if I would need to cross the lava at all. Or just
You're-
move. And then I said if I need to move, I can fly.
Yeah. He looks it up, he's like, yeah, 10 points.
No.
Yeah, that's the easy one for prophecy.
I mean, you're not
Probably
wrong.
fly easier because of the heat, like the
Okay.
warm air currents.
What spell would you use to kill a salamander? Beelin.
I would use a cold damage spell such as frostbite.
That is 10 points.
I said ice knife. Does that count?
Mood.
If it
Sort
does
through the
do
skull. Save the spells for the bigger problems.
8 points. Sumner.
Being a druid, I said ice storm.
Ice Storm. That is 10 points.
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate. That is 5 points.
Oh. That he's not. She doesn't have any ice spells.
A big spell to use on a salamander.
Well, that's like a
Yeah.
good example of wrong
said ice
formula
knife.
but right answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, yours is 10 points.
Nice. That was a total guess.
Okay. What are these schools of magic? For each one that you got correct, you get 2 points. Conjuration. Necromancy.
Yeah, got one.
Evocation. Abjuration. Transmutation. Divination. Enchantment. Illusion.
Oh my gosh, I missed one. I forgot about
I missed
divination.
2. I did
Did you
know
say
about
that?
illusion and necromancy. I
2
didn't think that
point
was
per-
a school.
Or
Two
one.
per, yeah.
Points per.
I'm giving myself technical 4 points.
I can't believe I forgot
now.
divination.
The last question, and I
Wait,
need
no, that's one too.
the answer from each one of you.
Oh.
What you actually wrote down. Please write how the travel system in the Tower of Selindor Academy functions.
Me
Feel it.
first?
Yep.
I said my theory on how it functions is by the use of elemental magics, specifically air elemental magics. That's what I
Um,
put it.
You're going to get 11 points for your theory.
Due to the lack of gears, track, or pulley system, magic.
You're going to get 5 points for your answer.
Nice.
I'm full conspiracy theorist. So
Grim.
I said the Academy Tower is a single mechanical hive mind organism powered by magic, so the elevators are essentially the organism breathing.
You get 12 points for that one.
Full
Seti
conspiracy theorist.
supposed that it could be a levitation spell with runes, or like, what is it called when it's not runes, but it's like geometric, whatever.
Glyphs?
Some
Magic
kind of
circles.
spell, language, keyed,
Glyphs. Yeah.
glyphs or something keyed to like stop at certain areas when buttons are pressed that match the key.
Okay. You're going to get 11 points for yours.
Okay.
Propsy.
I wasn't sure. Do magnets exist? Like magnetic shit
Did you write
in D&D
magnetism?
world? Yes.
20 points.
/air. Oh,
Ah,
fuck!
it is magnets.
Magnets.
Wait,
You say
wait.
magnets. The only thing I think is Aaron Paul, like
It
Jesse
actually-
Pinkman.
the primary method by which it is energized and works is via electromagnetism. So
Boom.
because
Oh,
which was invented by the people of this tower. So because you wrote down magnetism just randomly, I mean, because there's magnets like magnetic north, like there's like this small concept I think for compasses, right? They know how compasses
Mhm.
work.
Mm.
So because of your small guess, you are correct. That's 20 points.
It
That's so
makes
funny.
sense because birds have magnetic brains.
Yep. So
I felt it.
that's pretty great. So, what did you guys score on your tests? Larry got a 95.
calculator.
I
got
got 81.
Wow.
70
Is
for
this-
me,
Is this collectively or just the
just for
second
this
part?
section.
I got 81 out of 100.
I got
Nice.
86. I think.
Nice.
40?
Yeah.
I got
Myself for
89.
The math one. So bad.
I'm.
You got
86. That's out of
89,
100, right?
I got 89, and I'm so proud of myself.
Because of that
for
20. That
magnets.
20 got you, right?
Wait, what did Vitnir get?
I'm double checking to make sure I did my math right.
14. No.
So it's
50. He
Oh.
got a 50.
You got a half credit. Hey, man, that's pretty good for
yeah,
a mid-year.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Because after this
the
is the stuff
barbarian.
he's going to be good at. So,
Better
so
at it.
with
I'm not
that,
sure.
though, we'll go ahead and end our session there for the day as you guys have your second stack grade.
Yeah.
The next time we come back, you guys will be able to take your third exam.
Oh,
Just
that's
the-
the one I was looking forward to.
We can, if you guys want to,
More
we
time
can,
to plan now.
we can take an hour longer if everybody wants to, but only if everybody does.
I'm so down.
I'm fine.
What is the third one?
The third
Like
one is
it's
the
like-
Artisans practical exam.
It's up to
Okay.
Sim, I think.
I mean, I've been doing 9 o'clock pet sits and stuff. I'm probably okay to go for another hour.
Let's do it. Let's do another hour. We're doing the Artisans exam. You guys
Let's-
find yourselves being brought down to a room with a chamber that contains 5 different banners.
Can we take like a real short break though, real quick?
Absolutely.
since-
Take 5 minutes.
Okay.
Do whatever it is you need to do, and we will come back and we will fucking do the third test. I'm hyped.
All
So you
right.
said we could have a short rest after the test, right?
Yes,
Like
you can take a
test
short rest
was one?
before.
An actual short rest?
You can take an actual short rest.
So I'm gonna do my arcane.
What for?
recovery.
This has been easy, guys.
Why you get a short rest? Because you're just sitting there.
All right, I'll be right back.
Get my 4 level 1 spell slots back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, question. Aren't you guys technically cheating by using spells to enhance your abilities?
Absolutely.
I mean, that wasn't
Not really.
made clear. So,
That
I mean,
was
it's a school of
absolutely not
magic.
made clear.
No, you can absolutely use magic to do things. But yes, absolutely they're cheating. That's great. Perfect. It's beautiful. Cheating is good.
That's fine.
So yeah, you're out of 100 possible points. Bropsy was the highest with 89. Currently for that stuff,
Clary
Ar-
was highest.
Cleary rolled is a 64 and a 95. So he's
Oh,
kind of
my
owning them.
first one was 67.
Yeah, so you were better at identifying the items because you had
And
like all
then
these. He
81.
used his spell slots too for it, for identifying a lot of stuff.
So my total currently is 128.
128.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. Considering that there's 3 tests
Out of
left and
170?
each 400 and oh yeah, the maximum is 170. So 128 out of 170, that's pretty good. So there's a total
I
of
got
250
129.
points left.
Go off.
I'm at 148 of 170 so far.
Yeah, but that was definitely your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
See
how
how well
much
you do on
is-
the gauntlet.
How many points
I
is
feel like
the-
you're gonna do well on the practical, but the gauntlet, I don't know.
How many points is the
Yeah.
next one worth?
The next one is worth a maximum of 50. There are 5. There are going to be 5 representatives, and you can choose which schools you would like to judge you.
Wait, so
Out of the 12 schools, you
we
get to
pick
choose.
5.
You pick 5 schools that you want to judge
Okay.
you.
Well, definitely High Realm, Phoenix. The 3 don't really matter.
Yep. And then you will do your whatever you're gonna do. And then yeah. After that's the long gauntlet, which is that's just everybody's gonna one by one do a fucking obstacle course. And I'm really hyped about the obstacle course.
Well, are we gonna do it one by one, or are we gonna all just do it collectively? Like,
Yeah,
first
we could do
hurdle,
it
everyone
like
make
that.
your acrobatics checks or whatever.
Yeah, we can just do it like that, but you're
Yeah.
not there together.
Sure.
So if you want to, we could just if this goes quick enough, we could if you wanted to just do the whole exam, we could. It's really not that big a deal because the
we'll see
last
how the time
thing
goes, but...
you get 3 rounds to try to do whatever damage you can do and show whatever you can do in the last one
BRB.
against an enemy. You'll get 3 rounds of combat to do as much damage as possible. So it goes pretty quick.
I know what I want to do here, but I'm like,
We're still in the thing, by the way. Didn't take a break.
Oh wow! So we're all just like we didn't actually take a break. I'm like,
nah, it's okay. I'm just thinking now.
So good, guys. Man, our stream is really pixelated, or maybe it's just me.
I don't know.
Just you.
That was just me. I just refreshed it.
Just a you.
Well, I hope chat's having fun.
I did like the some of the question ones though, because I'm like, I think I could come up with a better answer besides just magic, but
yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. Those were
that's all he's got.
I was
encouraging you to meta like a little bit, but play your character too. You know, like, but it's pretty great.
It's
What was
a
said
little
here?
difficult for me to meta because Cinder is probably a lot smarter than I am.
That's how I feel about Seti. Like, I know, I mean, she has a 13 intelligence. It's not.
No, but I'm just so
great,
glad that because you're bad at math, like I knew somebody was going to switch them around and accidentally do 60 gold, 60 platinum instead of 120, or forget to translate it into platinum, or like when they do the 30%, they're going to remove 300 gold.
It's not
instead
that
of
I'm bad at math. It's that I didn't have the question in front of me to go back and double check my work, because that's what I would have done on an actual test.
But that makes it more realistic for your character because they wouldn't know math as well as us nowadays. You know, math isn't a big thing.
Well, it's a big component of spellcasting and music. So like she knows. I feel like she's better at math than I am.
That's my response to you.
All right, we're all back.
Yeah, we're all back.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
I have to go put the boy. I have to move the boy at some point. But Sophia's in the bathroom right now, so I can't.
Okay.
I'll go for it in a minute.
Okay. We can also try to do yours first too.
Or last.
But you guys have 6 hours to prepare. So, what would you need to be provided for you? You get that information to the robot, and Charlie will provide them for you within an amount of time that he will designate based on what it is that you are requiring. So, Beelan, what would you need for yours?
I don't think I need anything.
Okay. You are not provided with
putting a
anything.
show on.
Fantastic. So you have 6 hours to prepare or practice or whatever you want to do, and then you get to choose your 5 schools that you would like to witness. So we will put Cinder. Okay, what are your 5 schools if you have them prepared?
Oh boy.
If not, then I'll come back to you.
I don't even know what all the schools are right now.
Okay, it's fine. We can come back to you.
The University of Phoenix will be on there, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's really looked into the other schools much.
Yeah, and I figure they don't matter that much for like you and Cleary obviously have your school already, and
I mean,
the rest
it
of us are
depends
going
on-
for High Realm. So like I would suggest Idrisma's school. The that's his name, right?
Okay, let me pull this up. So but the reason why you get to choose is because you get to choose who's judging you in case they might be like
Mm-hmm.
extra like hard or whatever, or if they're something that's specifically meant to impress them. There are 12 schools total, and these are all of them listed. The first school, the Prime Thought. The second school, the Risen Mind of Ystrandi.
Is that
Ooh, how do you spell that?
Ysstrandi.
Idrisma's school?
That is Idrisma School. The High Realm Academy, 3. The Neverwinter Academy, 4. University of Phoenix is 5. Sorcery is 6. Black
spell that?
Tower,
Is it like sorcery but with an I?
Sorcere.
Okay.
Blackstaff Tower. Necrom Academy. Feywild's Teachings.
Is that the mushroom school?
Yep.
The Feywild's teachings?
Silverwind Academy. El Torchel's Academy.
How do you spell that?
ELTORCHUL''S. And Inveruna.
Go ahead and spell that one too.
Envaruna. Inveruna did not show up at the banquet. There was nobody there for Inveruna. As far as you know, you don't know anything about that school.
Bad thing just to piss them off.
Yeah, the only thing you know about it is that their robes are black.
Is there a time limit on how long our performance or whatever can be?
You have to perform. You have to prepare, create, and present within the 6 hours.
Oh, okay. I think Seti's like after like 3 hours, Seti's ready to go, and it won't be a 3-hour performance.
Mhm.
So I think we're good.
Like you could finish it in 10 minutes and just be done.
Okay.
So let me know when anybody tell me what you need. Mitnir, what do you need for yours?
It's a variety of monster bones and leathers.
Okay. In what quantity?
Yes, just preferably just bins of stuff for him to dig through.
Okay.
So he can use what he pulls out.
He's gonna get you all of the supplies that you're gonna need within 2 hours.
I mean, I was gonna say also, unless you want to like specifically say like
He's gonna get you.
these.
He's gonna get you one container of them. If there's anything specific you want, like for specific types of bones or anything like that.
I'll narrow it down to like some spines,
Mhm.
then like talons, and then just variety of smaller.
Okay,
bits.
so you've got like a list for him. It's gonna take him about 2 hours to get everything to you, but he's gonna start bringing them as they locate what they need, what they're gonna get for you.
And then I just need leather to obviously cut up to do stuff with.
Leather he can get to you immediately. So, okay, so let's say that you can start your process in an hour, and the
Okay.
rest will come as you're working. Okay. So that's a 1 hour delay. Grim, what do you need?
For sure, Grim needs the things for the health potion, so the monster blood and
You need regents.
the reagent. Just just a bunch of different reagents and solvents and
You just
So-
give me and Grim the same spread.
just a hodgepodge.
That'll take about 30 minutes to acquire. So
And,
30
like,
minutes away.
And if I would know specifically like what I would need for like the growth thing, that would be fun too.
Make me a
I don't
intelligence check.
even know. Nope. I don't know.
You have no idea how to make it.
Is it 2?
Steady.
I need like, let's say for good measure, like 8 kenkus.
Okay.
And I have a violin now. I have my hand drum. I have a dulcimer. I have a flute. Those are all the instruments I'm proficient with. So I think that's it. Just the kenkus. And
So they're gonna get you 8 kenkus. They can get those to you in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Why do they have kenkus on the map?
They're students.
They're the best they're nature's recording device.
They're the
Student
choir.
work program.
They're the
It's the student work program.
They're the school's choir.
No, they're the kenkus in this. There are kenkus in this academy. If you want to borrow a kenku for a day to read back dictation to you,
Yeah, that'd
you
be
can
great.
you can do this at this academy.
That's what they give the
Absolutely.
students with carpal tunnel that can't take their own notes, like a disability.
Right,
aid.
it's exactly.
All right, Bropsy.
It's like Kurzweil doesn't exist here, right? So they have to have kenkus.
Dropsy asked for
I
the same
also
spread
required,
as
as Grim, like things for health potions and poisons.
Okay, cool. That's gonna take 30 minutes.
I will spend some time teaching the kenkus what I want of them, which is to copy what I play for them, that specific kenku, and then whenever I point at them, they will repeat that.
Okay.
A tiny little bit of like training and structure.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you make. I know this is dumb, but an animal handling check.
Oh no. Well, I'm not too bad at that actually. Oh, I keep
This is
forgetting I
to
have
get
real
them to-
dice I want to use. I got a 12.
This is to properly train them. It should be something else, but this is just gonna determine whether or not you have disadvantage on your performance check or not.
It was a 12.
It's a 12. Okay, they're acceptable. So no disadvantage, no advantage, no disadvantage. Flat roll. So you more or less get them to understand what you want. Now for each kenku, all 8 kenkus, you need a performance check for each one for the value of what you are going to produce into the recorded memory.
Oh, well, yeah. So, but okay. I'm
Okay,
probably
I
not
thought it was
going
gonna be with a tune.
Well, yeah, I was like, the kenku is a perfect mimic of whatever I do. So it's a performance check of what I'm doing for each instrument, basically.
Each instrument, you
That's
need to
fine.
do a performance check that the kenku will then memorize.
I guess. I mean, like if it sounds wrong, I'll probably redo it for that kenku. You know, like when you're looping and you miss a note or something, and you go back, you redo it.
Just gonna make sure that the kenku doesn't use the bad recording.
Yeah.
Because once they get it in there, it's in there.
Could I actually teach them as part of the setup? But then they won't know maybe what I did. Like it's more impressive to watch the looping happen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed that you were doing it beforehand, but yeah, no. As you're doing each musical instrument, if you're doing it live, then the performance check is for each instrument as you go. So there'll be a multiple tiered thing until the final performance is the full loop together, and that one's going to be
Kind of stand
your
on the merits of
final
all of the
one.
ones combined.
And depending on how the other ones do, that'll determine if it's like advantage, disadvantage, positives, or whatever. So yeah, that'll take you some time to prepare if you're going to teach them and to write your song.
Oh,
So I don't think
she's
you-
good to go. She knows what she's playing already.
Okay, well, so for you, and for anybody else, let me know what you're doing and what you need, or which schools you want. That's the big thing.
Okay, I picked my schools, I think.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do University of Phoenix, obviously.
Okay.
High Realm Academy, because I know they want someone to get in there or something.
Okay.
Neverwinter Academy,
Okay.
Feywild's Teachings, and Silverwind Academy.
Okay. Sounds good. Mitnir.
High Realm, Risen Mind, Neverwinter, Black Tower, and what? Everuna? What was the last one?
Yep, gotcha. That's fine.
Okay.
So
No,
what
I'm
was
like-
it was Neverwinter Academy was the fourth one.
Black Tower.
Blackstaff. Blackstaff Tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Grim.
Okay, so the first three, so the Primus thought, and then
Prime
Idris,
Thought?
so the first three, because that's High Realm, and then like the
Prime thought. and Phoenix.
Alhuns.
Yeah.
No, I don't want Phoenix.
The Risen Mind.
Risen Mind. And then Feywild Teachings, obviously, because they're mushrooms. And then I rolled just a d12 for the last one, which is 11. So, because it's 12, right?
Okay. So you went with El Turtles or El Turtles.
There you go. Great. Those guys.
Yeah. Those are
How'd you
the
pick? I
copper
rolled it up.
robe ones with the lion on their vest.
There we go. Wait, is that the rich people? The pompous rich people one? Oh, gosh. Oh, that was a mistake.
I was like,
I
that's
feel
so
like-
funny.
I almost feel like I would have vetoed that one, but that's fine.
I don't know. Maybe you're just like, I like theirs. Theirs looks
I mean, I
cool.
don't like them. I don't like them.
I'm
I'm
just
just
looking
like,
at the flags. It's like I like the lion. It looks cool.
yeah, whatever. It's gonna like absent-mindedly point at one.
Okay. Seti.
Phoenix, High Realm, Feywild, Risen Mind, and Prime Thought. THOT.
All right. Phoenix High Realm. You said the
Feywild, Teachings, Risen
Feywild
Mind,
teaching, Risen Mind. Okay.
and Prime Thought.
Yeah. So it's like the same as mine, except replace, Phoenix for
Mhm.
whatever the
Okay.
lion one is.
Who is prepared?
Did you do Propsies?
Propsy
yeah, I was
me,
gonna say.
Oh, Propsy's the last one. Sorry. What do you want, Propsy?
Granted, I didn't really get to hear all of the things, but I'm gonna just say I'll go with Phoenix and the first four that Grim's doing.
So,
Not
Thought.
Grimm's fifth one.
So basically, yours
Not
is
that
exactly
one. I'm doing
Steady.
Phoenix instead.
Yeah, you're going with
Yeah.
Seti.
Yeah, the same one I'm doing.
And if I hadn't chosen one at random, I would have chosen Phoenix. But I was just like, yeah, we already know those guys.
I did it, Phoenix. So
Okay. Who would like to go first?
Go first.
Okay. So, he says, simply what you do whenever you're prepared is go into the performing circle and point directly to the banners of the ones you would wish to judge you. So you step into the circle and you point at the University of Phoenix, the orange Phoenix banner. Point to the golden one, the Kyren on it. You point to Neverwinter Academy. Happens all the time. With its raven. You point to the giant dick on the yellow banner.
Right.
You point to the quaddle on the silver banner. And as the five banners, the rest rise, the five banners centralize, you feel as though you're being watched. It says, you may begin.
So, standing in the center of the room, Cinder will raise his arms. And then as he brings them down in a flash, he creates a bonfire in front of him. It's all in blue flame. He takes 3 steps back, snaps his fingers 3 times. You see a small blue flame humanoid, and then 2 small blue flame wolves on the other side. You see the wolves creeping towards the human by the fire. The human stands up, starts walking back, takes a defensive posture, and then you start seeing him shoot fire bolts at the wolves in blue flame, and the wolves charging him, pouncing. He's dodging out of the way, rolling around, keeps shooting fire bolts. And it goes on like this for a bit. You got a little battle brewing. And then eventually the wolves will dissipate. Both of them. And the person will be limping back to the fire. Kind of collapse near it. And then the fire and the person dissipate. And that was basically his little show with using
Make me
control
a
flame.
performance check with advantage.
All right. Performance. So. It's not Arcana check.
No, this is performance, buddy.
Ooh.
Because I guarantee you do the Arcana. You magically do it very well. The question is, how good is your performance?
15.
15. Okay.
It's okay.
So, the University of Phoenix, you watch as little extra bits of banner stack below it and begin going down. They give you 8 points. You need you all to keep track of your points as I write each one of these down because I ran out of room on my paper.
Yeah, I'm writing it.
Hiram Academy, 7 points.
Okay.
Neverwinter Academy, 10 points. Feywild's Teaching, 6.9 points.
6.9?
Yep.
Okay.
We know who's watching.
We know their score is going to be that every time.
Silverwind Academy, 10 points. Bringing your total to?
41.9, I think. Yep,
Very, very good.
41.9.
Very good. Very good. I liked it. Who is next?
I'll go.
Okay, Mitnir.
Mine's easier, so
So you spend some time. What are you doing with your? Are you doing it in front of them, or are you just presenting something that you've created?
it'd be presenting something that I created.
Okay, awesome. So it says whenever you're ready, you may head to the presentation area.
So, I guess he probably would have taken the full time available to work on it because he's not proficient at what he's doing. So since I could get the leather right away, he'd take his sword and lays it down on it, and then like traces an outline.
Gotcha.
And then he goes and proceeds to start cutting like the strap for like an actual scabbard instead of it just kind of being loosely lashed to his back.
Nice.
And uses that to like kind of frame it out with the leather and goes ahead and starts cutting like a bunch of smaller ties and stuff since I have to wait an hour for the bones to show up.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
so he's prepping out all the like, any ties he may need and everything else to try and speed it up once the pieces show up.
Sure. For this first part, give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. A 7.
7. Okay.
So then I guess you do that for however long in that hour. And then once bones show up, he would be looking for basically more of a spine of like a something more lizard-like, so kind of like the basilisk we fought and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what our pool of
Sure.
stuff
no,
is
yeah,
here.
You pretty much tell them what you want specifically, and they'll get it for you.
Okay.
So.
So essentially, the idea would be a spine that's got more like, reptilian features, like a wider
Right.
vertebra, and then kind of pushes them all together and uses the leather to kind of fuse it, so it's all just one
Sort of
solid
stitch
piece.
the bones through, kind of
Yeah,
leather.
so it's just like a solid piece of spine instead of flexible, and then that's where the sword would lay against instead of against your back. And then using like other bones, and he pulls out his own like little bone carving set he got before, so he can kind of drill holes through other ones, and uses the leather ties to kind of give them a lattice work, so they've got a little bit of a frame that would go up and over the blade now. And then he takes the same idea, puts little holes through like the claws and talons, starting with really large ones going down to smaller sizes, the length of the blade, so the talons all kind of grip over the blade, so you can still see the blade through the scabbard, but it just fits down inside of like this bone lattice work with a skull of whatever kind of fanged something he can find at the very bottom to keep the tip kind of.
So you're spending the entire 6 hours on this. Roll me another dexterity check with advantage.
Better. That's better. 22.
22. Okay.
And then he puts it all back together and would walk out with it just on his back.
Yeah, you take pretty much the full 6 hours working on this. Says, "You're about running out of time there, Mr. Dragonborn."
Kind of snorts at him and finishes like tying off the last thing.
Says, "You may proceed to the presentation area." All right, so as you walk in, you point to the ones and you point to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you point to the last one, it is just pitch black, and there's like a little bit of silver, or metal lining on it, but you can't really make out what its symbol is. But you point to the black one, and as these all come into focus, how do you want to present it?
We'll just undo the kind of clasp just on the shoulder and just sets it down, pulls the sword out and just sticks it in the ground like next to the table, and then just kind of motions to it and starts just recounting that he just made this in the 6 hour.
Yeah.
And it could be better, however, time limits.
Okay. So high roll gives you a 6. High roll. The Risen Mind gives you a 7. Never Won Academy gives you a 9. What? Oh, Blackstaff gives you a 10. The one that's labeled EV gives you a 7.
For a total of 39.
It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
You picked some of the harder schools to impress with your craft, though.
I'm
That
a
was
little worried
intentional.
about mine.
That was completely intentional.
Yeah.
That's good then.
Grim, do you want to go next since you're next in the order?
Sure. I may as well. I think I'll just have them bring all this stuff with me, like all the reagents in there with me.
You're just gonna
Right?
make it in front of them.
Just make it in front of them, right? Otherwise, I'm just
so
going to show them a
oh, sure.
potion.
Yep. Okay. So you go in there and you're going to make a potion. Are you going to do it with panache, or are you just going to make some potions?
No, so here's what Grim is going to set out all of his, separate them out, so they're all like kind of spread out. And then first, he will get out his alchemist kit, and he'll reach for his ingredients. But as he'll reach for his ingredients, just kind of unconsciously, like little tentacle arms reaching out for the ingredients to gather them up. And then he'll attempt to make his little healing potion that he knows how to make. Which is what I would use proficiency plus what check would that be? Intelligence?
Yes, it'd be intelligence.
That's a d20 plus 5. I only rolled an 11.
Total. So
It-
you get
11.
up there and you bust a potion. It does not succeed. It is a failed potion creation.
No, just sort of like raise my hands, like whatever, and then I'll just like pick like random stuff that I think smells good together,
Roll a d100.
and I'm gonna just like make like an experimental potion. Well, should I roll also to see how well I make it too, or
No,
should
this
I
is the d100 just to determine
what the
what's
hell
going.
it is?
Yeah, right.
But like
Smells
this
unconscious.
is I'm just trying to show them my willingness to experiment.
The mushroom people are gonna love that.
Because they want to experiment on you.
64. It was 5 off of being really good for the mushroom people.
64.
And then I'll roll to
Yeah.
make it.
Okay, yeah, make the
See if it's a really good quality, right? Okay, what is with my rolls? I'll think about. Can't roll good today. Well, I can't pause it, so she's gonna have to wait a minute. So I rolled a 9. That's very.
It comes out black,
And then I'll drink it.
and then you'll drink it and roll a Constitution saving throw.
17.
17.
See what it does to me.
You take 32 points of poison damage.
32 points of poison.
And you are poisoned.
Beautiful. So then I will stand, and I'll take a bow,
And throw up.
and kind of throw up a little bit, and then gather up my little ingredients.
Nice.
Performance anxiety.
Academy gives you a 3.
Perfect.
The Risen Mind gives you a 6.
Perfect.
Feywild Teaching gives you a 10.
Of course, yeah.
El Turtles gives you a 1.
Wasn't here for them anyway.
The Prime Thought gives you a 10.
Yes. Wait, hold on. That was 10, 10, 3, 6,
1.
1. So 30.
30.
Then I will go.
Okay. SETI.
Do we want to do Bropsies first? Because mine's probably going to take a while.
Okay, Propsy.
I'm just gonna do something similar. I wanted to make a potion, but
Mhm.
then I also wanted to make a counteracting healing, the cure for the poison, and then I was gonna drink the poison and the cure.
Okay.
Druids,
See how well
man.
I can do with this.
Okay, let's see how well you can do with that.
Just make the cure for.
Okay, I'm curious because I forget how this. I could, yeah.
So
Although I don't think I'm aware of this.
That's
Assuming he
So-
picks stuff at random, I don't think you can make a cure for what he did.
yeah. So you're gonna make your poison. So go ahead and roll. This is gonna be
I had questions. With my proficiency, that just gives like a plus something, right? That's not an advantage.
You basically
Plus
add
3.
your
no. It gives you proficiency, which is a proficiency bonus, which I think is like plus
Plus
3
3.
or plus 4.
+3 right now.
Plus 30.
I really want to commit to doing a poison and an antidote, so I kind of think I want to do the spell to get me the buff. That's
Okay.
technically cheating.
No, nobody said that was cheating. Like
Nobody said I was cheating, so I'm gonna give myself enhanced ability.
on intelligence for this one. That's
Well,
your
I would
intelligence.
assume that since it's druid poison herbals and stuff, that would
No,
be
it
wisdom. That
Could be wisdom, sure.
It's
Yeah, I'd give you
nature
a 2.
based.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nature based.
okay.
Well, nature
So I'm
is
gonna
int,
go ahead
but survival is
and
whiz,
cast
so.
my owl's wisdom.
Okay.
And yeah, so what am I rolling for this?
Make a wisdom check, but with plus 3 for the proficiency,
Okay.
and do it at advantage.
Okay, so that is a first roll is a wow, that's 15.
15.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you successfully make more or less the poison you were intending.
Okay. Guess the important part is making a successful healing potion.
I
I'll
would
spend
say
as long
so.
as it takes to do it, but
It takes you. Are you doing this in front of them?
no.
Or you're just doing it off to the side,
I-
like into the, and then you're gonna show them the poison, show them the thing, and then drink them
I
both.
figured I would take as long as it took in order to successfully make a poison and an antidote.
Okay, gotcha. So creating the poison took you about an hour.
Okay. That is a 23.
23 to make the
Mhm.
regen. That's a success. You make the
That's-
antidote.
Okay. I come out. I show off my poison and my antidote.
Yeah, you drip the poison on the ground and it's just like. tss. and then blah.
So they all know the poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just down it.
Sweet. Yeah, you are
Mhm.
poisoned, and you take 16 points of poison damage.
Cool. Thank God I survived. That'd be really embarrassing if it fucked me up.
I was like, what happens if she had made one potent enough to 0?
Zero her
I
out.
did. I did think about that.
She just down.
hmm And I pull out my healing potion or my antidote, I guess.
Okay.
And I say, I don't know. I was gonna joke like, should I? I doubt it.
All right. So you take the antidote, and it cures the poison.
That's it. So impressive.
So
I'm
this
not a
is,
showman. Show
This
woman, whatever.
is University of Phoenix. It's going to give you 6 points.
Okay.
The Prime Thought is going to give you 5 points.
Okay.
Higher Realm Academy is going to give you 8 points.
Okay.
Feywell's Teaching is going to give you 4 points.
Wow. Okay. How am I doing worse than Graham?
The Risen Mind is going to give you 7 points. And that
Okay.
is it.
I don't think I have to do the math on that to know that that looks worse.
Well, you still have to do the math to find out what your total score is.
Well, I'm gonna do the math.
Feywild just wasn't impressed because they like the chaotic poisoning.
I got the exact same score. Wow.
30.
Yep.
Hey, that's better than 25, which is, you got better than a half score. Seti.
Okay, here we go, guys. This is a bit extra, as per usual for the bard. So, first things first, I'll try to make it quick. We're doing a medley of songs, and it is 3 songs that meld seamlessly into each other. And these are all on Seti's playlist that I've linked in our Discord and stuff before. I'll drop it again later if anybody cares. But so she walks into the room, selects her viewers, and as she walks in, she has cast Disguise Self to make her look like kind of like a simple country elf with like a sort of peasant kind of dress with like a simple bodice, and like her hair's like in a bunch of little braids that fall into like curls over her shoulder. She's got like some freckles and like some feathers and beads woven into her hair. So it's this very like cottagecore aesthetic, and she's going to have the kenkus like arranged in like a choir shape behind her, but kind of like if we can get some dramatic lighting like in the darkness that like the lighting hasn't come up yet on them. And she'll just walk out with her her hand drum, and she will start singing Trollabunden by Ivor, which is she'll sing it in Elvish, but the lyrics are just it's very soft, and it's spellbound I am, the wizard has enchanted me, spellbound deep in my soul, and my heart burns a sizzling fire. And I think she wrote this specifically for this event. She hasn't played this in game yet, canonically. So, and Gagnor, you've heard this one before too, because it's very simple, like drum beat, and then the soft singing, and then she does.
Roll me a performance check for this section.
Well, she does the throat singing and then the beatboxing. So there's a lot of vocal stuff going on to showcase her vocal abilities. And performance for this will be a 25.
25, okay.
And then about halfway through that song, as the drum gets a little bit more intense and the singing gets more intense, it will shift into like the lights come up with like prestidigitation, I guess. The lights come up on the kenku, and as she turns to pull out her violin, or sorry, her dulcimer for the first part, her disguised self will shift, like a ripple of feathers passes over her, like Mystique, and she shifts into like a badass looking fucking dragonborn, muscles, furs, pelts, leather straps, a big giant axe or something, you know, like and she will start playing Mitnir's theme, Monstrous Might from Gwent, and she will do just one instrument at a time in like a looping thing, and like get a Kenku to do the main melody on the dulcimer.
Each instrument.
Okay. But for this section, I cast. Oh, I'm sorry. For the previous section, I cast Levitate on myself, so I'm floating the whole time. For this section, I drop the Levitate and cast Enhance Ability, so I get advantage on these.
Sure.
How to burn every spell slot.
That's a natural 20 for the melody. For a 29.
What's the total?
29.
29.
That's a 26 for the drums. A 23 for we'll get one of the Kenku to do like the main vocal, which is the burn and slash and claw and bite and draconic kind of thing. And then we'll get another Kenku to do like the background vocal, which is just like a basic like a growl sound, like in that same kind of raspy draconic.
Nice.
That's a 20.
Okay.
That's a 22. And then I think that might actually be it.
Fine. That's pretty fucking good. Keep going.
So yeah, that's she gets the looping started like one of those at a time as the previous song trails off, or loops into the dulcimer tune, and then she'll just like conduct them like an orchestra, and then fill in any parts I haven't thought of with her own voice or her own instruments.
We got 4 more Kenkus.
I know. I don't think I need them. We can have them like double or like make it more elaborate, like have like a crescendo build. And I'll just
Round sound.
Yeah, I'll just make like a basic performance check.
Make a performance check for that.
That's a 26 to get like backing.
26. I'll say you prepared them in advance.
Yeah. Okay. So all of that together now performs that whole song, and she's just conducting them.
I need you to make me a final performance crescendo check with advantage.
That is a 26.
Okay, so you do this and you play this song, and it goes from intensity and levels, and you get the Kenkus just rising up with this noise, this orchestra that you create out of your own voice and musical skills. And as it finally comes to a rest, do you do any more transformations?
Well, there's still one more song, so there's one more costume change.
Okay, do your final costume change. I thought you were done.
No. So that one, she plays the whole thing, and it's just like this really high energy. There's like, she's using prestidigitation to make like sparks and colors and all these things flash. And she goes like full on like sweaty conductor. And as the final notes kind of taper off for that, she'll bring kind of like the lights down again into total darkness. And she'll start singing Helvigen by Wardruna, which is very, very sad and very somber. And the starting lyrics are, "Who will sing me into death? When I walk the road to hell and the tracks I tread are cold, so cold." So she starts off with her back to the like banners, and her final disguised self costume is like kind of like her normal Twilight sort of mode, kind of like a goth fae elf sort of thing, but like with really sallow, sunken, like gray skin, like looks like a corpse. And as the song comes like further along in its progression, the final notes of the song are like, "Cattle die, kinsmen die, you yourself will also die, but I know one thing that never dies, which is the legend of those who died." So it ends on like this kind of like epic, like legendary, you know, build your reputation kind of thing. And so like as the song progresses, the dead sort of thing slowly transforms into like her radiant like summer outfit, which is like flushed and light living and like
Sweet. Make a final performance check with that with advantage.
That is a 19.
19. Okay, your lowest roll out of all of the rolls.
Mm-hmm. But I think on that one, oh no, I still had the advantage. So-
Okay. So as you find this final thing and you sit there lit up and sweating and all the Kenkos are going, ah! Jazz hands. Jazz feathers. You watch as the banners begin to drop. University of Phoenix gives you 10 points. Feywild Teaching gives you 10 points. The Risen Mind gives you 10 points. High Realm Academy gives you 10 points. The Prime Thought gives you 10 points.
Hey!
Bards.
This is my jam.
Well, I mixed some potions.
Yeah, you made some
You made a
poisons.
poison that hurt yourself.
Shit out of myself.
I almost killed
As he's
myself.
like
Yeah.
laying in the corner, puking. Just, I made a potion.
That was the best performance. For Feywild Teaching, so that was their favorite performance.
I knew they
Was-
would be fans.
Oh, that's so great. Okay.
I gotta heal myself.
as you were heading out, Seti, and you finish that, you watch as Cleary starts pushing in a massive something covered by like a tarp, basically. He's like, "How'd you do?"
Got full marks.
"Oh shit, that's impressive. Oh, I don't know if I want to follow you."
It's okay,
Um,
they're in a good mood.
"Oh, right then. Wish me
Luck.
luck." And Seti,
I give him
Aaron, Cleary's
inspiration.
Cleary's gonna go in there, and I'm gonna roll right now.
I give him a kiss on the cheek and inspiration.
What's inspiration?
A d6.
Hey,
I'll
hey,
leave that.
next question is: did he pick the same 5 schools?
Yeah,
No.
you pick different schools, then it doesn't
He
matter.
picked the University of Phoenix
Yeah.
5 times.
And that's all he picked.
You again, you, and still you.
All right, so Cleary is. He's gonna get his +8. So that's pretty fucking good. With your, it's a 29 for his sculpture.
What is it a sculpture of?
You know what is a sculpture of. You already know.
You don't know. You guys aren't there to see it.
I know, and I'm not there.
I'm not making any assumptions.
I will make all the assumptions.
Between us, we have half the assumptions.
Okay, so he comes back out. He does not come back with his statue,
Yeah,
and he's
Probably
like,
destroyed it.
because he doesn't want Seti to see it.
How'd you do?
"Full marks."
I told you they were in a great mood.
Yes, they really liked the statue. I guess that all the little banners came down.
That's
Yes,
good job.
I buttered them up for you guys.
and he blushes, and then
Not for me.
you guys see as the other 4 come in. Some of them look happy. Some of them look like, "Oh, what is wrong with you?" Especially the lionin just comes out just like, "I did a thing."
You'll do better on the next one.
No, the next one's a gauntlet. They're screwed.
I will do well on the next one. No, she looks like the physical type. It's the Minotaur and the Loxodon that look like they aren't gonna do so well at the Gauntlet.
Well, at least the Loxodon will survive because it has a crazy high constitution and natural armor.
That's a non-lethal Gauntlet. It's fine. Okay, but with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and end our session for the day. As we tally up our total points for where everybody is right now.
178.
124.
Let
Hey,
me
I
do
broke
some
100.
maths.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wait, what did Oren say?
He's doing math.
Oh,
I'm at 159.
Nice.
159.
Grim is at 157.
189.9.
Wow.
Got that 0.9 in there.
Cleary is at. Oh boy.
He's probably
Here he
not
is
the
at.
highest.
Be higher than me.
I don't know. Technically, it should be between the two of you because you guys.
209. That's
Yeah.
what Cleary is at right now.
He's missed 11 points out of this whole
Now
thing.
get ready for his next section where he gets a 0.
Well, he's got the masters and stuff now, so he might be okay.
He's still not very good at obstacle courses.
He's got
Cleary.
level 1 magic missile, level 2 magic missile.
Does he have fly prepared?
Oh, did he prepare? I didn't take time to prepare Cleary for this event, so.
There's fly,
Um,
there's levitate, there's
Just when he goes to fly,
wind.
I'm gonna grab his foot
If
and
he-
just swing him into
If
the
he
ground.
has fly, then I'll put that on there. But he's basically got. If he actually has fly, then I'll put fly on there. But I don't know if it'll matter.
Saving my because I don't know if we're gonna get a long rest anytime.
Who needs rest for taking tests? You just go do it. Duh, come on.
But I'm excited about the next ones. Next week is where Mitnir finally gets to shine, where we do all of the physical exams.
Hey, I was happy about that one for the because I was like, Mitnir's had this sword just like dangling, like loosely strapped on his back. I can make a scabbard.
Yeah, he did good.
He's been shining this whole time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying
It's
his
the
test scores
scales.
and
They
the other
have like a
ones
sheen
were-
to them.
What's Minier's current score?
124. I broke 100. Come on.
Yeah,
That's
no,
pretty
you're
good.
great.
Good. Granted, he copied somebody. He copied people very. He didn't even hide him copying people and got half marks for that.
Mhm.
He then did fairly well on the test.
The next two are both 100 points then?
Huh?
The next two are both 100
Both
points, the Gauntlet and the
Possible
Factor?
worth 100 points.
Okay.
And I feel like if he actually had proficiency with his tools and stuff, I could have made that way better.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like what I was saying before, though, like Cleary was saying about 350 to gain the interest of the Prime Thought was what he assumed. Right now, it is impossible for Mitnir to get above 350.
It's okay. I got the other schools. I don't. You guys can take
Mhm.
care of the fancy
It
ones.
doesn't matter. I got a 10 on my
You got a 10 on your what?
I got a 10 on my performance for the
Hey, Wild?
Prime Thought. Well, for the Prime
Oh,
Thought
Prime
too.
Thought. Prime Thought was like,
This guy's crazy.
yeah.
But I made sure to show everybody my tentacle arms.
Yep.
Yep. So we got a week to think about what we're gonna do for the show them what you got, figure out how to max your damage or your.
Gonna be
Which I
fun.
will not do because I never remember D&D unless it's time for D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you
well,
do?
That
Can you,
good
like-
old ADD object
Guys, I
permanence.
filled up this
Sure.
whole paper with just notes during that. And
Like, is the last one solo, or like are you sparring
last
with
one
someone?
is solo versus a something, or I'm not sure what.
we won't know until we get.
Maybe you get to fight like an automaton dummy.
Who knows?
Well, I'm gonna take the stream down now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We love you. We'll see you probably next week, same time, same place, 5 p.m. Central, for the next episode of this. And we have no plans for streams in the meantime, so that'll be totally random. But yeah, everyone have a great night. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourself. See you around.
Bye.